if that's what we're going to do.
Have you spoken to St Mary's about?
Oh, we've had conversations, yeah.
I want to ask about the North Shore situation. You are an icon. You may even be a legend in their Hall of Fame out there. I know you're in their Hall of Fame, not a legend yet.
No, won't be a legend, no.
But a multiple premiership coach. When you see what's unfolded out there, especially what has played out in the media over the last 5 or 6 weeks, how does that make you feel, knowing that you made a significant contribution out there?
Well, there's a lot of sadness, but also hope that people who are out there now, and with Marion Sponner coming in as president, you hope that there's some light at the end of the tunnel for them. It's been extremely hard out there for a number of years, and I did spend a bit of time out there just helping out for a few years, from about 2010 to 17 or 18, and even back then it was hard. There was nowhere to draw kids from, and people didn't want to go out that side of town to play at a club that was struggling. So I'm not sure what the answer is, Kingy, but I just hope that everyone continues to support a club staying alive, because it's what we attach ourselves to. We were talking about it just before, that you're involved in clubs and games of football because you have that connection and you feel a relevance, and you want people to still feel relevant with the great times and also some of the bad times that have happened at North Shore. Yeah.
Before we let you go, you had your jumper presentations to your first gamers. Who did that? I saw Andrew Betts walk out there, who was a great of the club. Who was involved in doing that?
He did the presentations. Yep. He did our presentations on our first game last year, so we've locked him in for next year already as well.
Good. Nice.
He does a great job. Heart and soul, Joey's person. So, yeah.
And a heck of a good footballer too in his time. He was tough.
Yeah.
Very, very tough. Killer. Great to talk to you. We will talk to you win, lose or draw post-game.
That was Stevie. Was he up and about?
He wanted to know your level of confidence.
Yes, he asked whether you were confident or not.
And we said we hadn't spoken to you yet.
Yeah. Well, he was talking to me before, and his level of confidence is right up.
It always is.
Yeah. And you've got to love that.
Yeah.
And just looking at the way that 12 o'clock team's playing, you can see there's a real stamp of him on this team. So looking forward to seeing what their boys bring in the next game and how we might be able to counteract it. So
absolutely. Killer, good luck.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
All right.
Bron White, the coach of St Joseph's Football Club, for Inspirations Paint, joining us on a Saturday afternoon. Bouncy just 19 minutes away, and it's time for us to put our reputations on the line. We do the crystal ball that we will bring back on grand final day, and we will give you what we think how season will play out. Matt Kershaw is going to jump into the van as well. He's here today. He's not part of the K-Rock team today. He's otherwise occupied trying to watch his son get a kick, Liam, in the number 48, the very, very heavy number 48 this afternoon. And Josh Conway, where are you, Buzz? Are you still floating around?
Yeah, just loitering.
Living 10.
Yep.
As Benny says.
I've been trying to hunt down Paddy de Grandy since you mentioned it, and I cannot see him for the life of me.
It's like somebody tapped you on the shoulder and said, K-Rock are trying to find you.
It's a bit like that.
And he's disappeared. Who do we get? Kirsch needs to come and jump in the van. Kirsch is on the phone. Kirsch looks like he's talking to his stockbroker.
Oh, he's probably getting a bet or something from bet from Beaky or something.
Yeah, gamble responsibly.
Gamble responsibly.
Too, by the way. All right, we need to have a look at We'll leave the new guy second last, because that's not fair to make Dowlow go first. No. But we might make Matty Kershaw go first. He's going to jump on the headset, and we welcome him for the first time this year. A very good afternoon, Matthew. Good to see you.
Well, good afternoon. Nearly hung myself on this.
Right?
Yes, I'm right now. I haven't sat in this chair before, actually.
How are you?
In the back blocks and the back stalls.
That suits you, that chair.
Does it? Thanks, Kingy, for having me on K-Rock Football.
See you next week. So, just for our listeners, and we actually have had some people ask what you're doing and why you won't be as regular as permanent as you have been since 2021. But just talk to us about what you're up to this year.
Wow, I've got a few fingers in pies here, Kingy, but doing some midfield stuff at Geelong Falcons.
A couple of different invoices going on.
ID stuff, and obviously Liam's listed at Werribee as well, and he's been the emergency for the last couple of weeks at Werribee, so we're hoping that he gets a game. So if he plays at Werribee, then I obviously can't overly commit to K-Rock, because I'd like to see him play at Werribee, and yeah, that's kind of where it lays at the moment. So I'm a week-to-week proposition, King. You're like a freelancer.
Oh, really?
With football. So,
Oh, gee.
but you and I have worked out a few things. So you've been very supportive, Kingy, of my extracurricular
It's also allowed us
activities.
to get Dallo and Rowan McSparron as part of our team this year. We'll start with you if you like.
Yes, okay.
You've got some notes.
I have got some notes. What are we going with today, Kingy?
First crystal ball is Matthew Kershaw for 2025. We want your top 5 in order, please.
St Joseph's, South Barwon, Leopold, Colac, St Mary's Just,
Your grand finalists,
St Joseph's and South Barwon,
your premier.
St Joseph's,
Who wins the wooden spoon?
North Shore till round 5.
What happens after round 5?
They're gone.
Gosh.
Wow. Matheson medal,
Seb Ross,
leading goal kicker.
Grumpy Cat, Fraser Fort,
Grumpy
The
cat.
big improver,
St Albans,
the big slider.
St Mary's.
Will the grand final be at GMHBA Stadium?
Yes, but there needs to be changes.
Thank you, Matthew. Stay with us. Buzz Conway, please, if you could go with your top 5.
Yeah, well, I like doing this just without any preparation. And by the way, Matt, if your font size gets any bigger on your phone, mate, you need to get some glasses or something. Is that just
I've got
ridiculous?
contacts in. You wait till you get to 51, mate. Your eyes aren't as good as they are at your age.
Okay, my top 5. Sorry, to say, Kingy, to start.
Yes, please.
I,
In order.
Yeah. Okay, Leopold, St Joey's, South Barwon, Colac, St Mary's.
Grand finalists,
Leopold and St Joey's.
your premier.
Leopold.
Wooden spoon,
North Shore.
Matheson medal.
I like Zach Zidebell.
That's a good shout. That's a very good shout. Leading goal kicker.
Oh, that's a tough one. Mitch Day doesn't play in the competition, does he?
No.
Jeez. Give me one more question and I'll think about that while you ask me the last one.
Big improver.
Colac, if you can call them a big improver.
Slider.
St Mary's, but only just.
Will the grand final be at GMHBA Stadium?
Yes, but at a significant cost.
Who's going to be the leading goal kicker?
Let's go, Matt Caldo.
I'm shocked.
Thank you, Buzz.
Look, there was a South Barwon flavour and all that.
I'm surprised he didn't pick Jack Driver.
I'm surprised that South Barwon aren't in the grand final.
Yeah, true. Good point.
Won't be allowed.
I won't be happy about that.
Won't be allowed at McDonald Reserve.
No, he will not be.
Well, only October to March.
Yeah, true. Then the rest
Rest of the year.
season, he'll be right.
Okay. Jason Doherty, your
Yes.
turn. Top 5.
St Joey's, South Barwon, Leopold, Colac and St Mary's. Kirsch has been looking over my shoulder.
Oh, yeah, I'm copying your notes this time, am I?
That'd be right, yep.
Grand finalists.
St Joey's and South Barwon.
Premier.
Swans, South Barwon,
Wooden spoon.
the North Shore.
Matheson medal.
Fraser Fort,
Leading goal kicker.
Paddy Dowling,
Big improver.
St Albans,
Big slider.
Geelong West.
Will the grand final be at GMHBA Stadium?
Yes, it will, but at a significant cost to everybody by the sounds of it.
Thank you, Jason Doherty. Matt Dowling, your GFNL top 5.
South Barwon, St Joey's, Colac, Leopold, St Mary's.
Your grand finalists.
Barwon and St Joey's.
Your premier.
Barwon,
Wooden spoon.
sure.
Matheson medal.
Braden Ham,
Oh, yes.
I don't mind that one.
Yep. Leading goal kicker.
Fraser Fort,
Big improver.
St Albans,
Big slider.
West.
Will the grand final be at GMHBA Stadium?
Yes, but they need to have some changes.
All right, Kingy, because this is the one that counts the most, because you know the most, so you'll stuff it up more. Top 5.
South Barwon. St Joseph's. Leopold. Colac.
Here we go.
Newtown and
You're always
Chilwell.
gonna
I'm
do
drinking
that.
the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you are drinking the Kool-Aid.
Definitely drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, grand finalists.
South Barwon and Leopold.
Right, Premier.
South Barwon will end the misery.
Wooden spoon.
It'll be North Shore.
Matheson medal.
Seb Ross.
Well, you've drank that Kool-Aid too, can I tell you, after the podcast. Leading goal kicker.
I'm actually going with Paddy Dowling too. Yeah, I saw some stuff in the Aberfeldy practice match a couple of weeks ago that tells me Paddy's come back a very, very different footballer to what he left. The year under Riley Kershaw might have been very, very good for him.
Improver.
I think it will be St Albans,
Slider.
St Mary's.
And will the grand final be at the GMHBA Stadium?
It will be. Yeah, it will.
At a cost.
At a cost,
Changes
and we
are needed.
On that note, that is our crystal ball for season 2025. We'll put that in the vault and we'll bring that back out on Friday, September 26th, which is only 25 weeks away.
Is it? It'll go like that.
It will go in the blink of an eye. Kirsch,
Thank you for having me.
no, good to
on
see you.
K-Rock Football.
No. You're an idiot.
You are
You're in the ex-coach chair for the Sporting Globe next week.
Absolutely.
Eat, drink, sport, Rose Street, Geelong.
Blockbuster.
Yep. And
Lock-in, I heard.
Albans and Lara.
Absolutely.
We'll get to see the big improver.
We will.
Yeah.
Indeed, we will.
Will we see Matt Jackdaw?
No,
Update.
won't play. I don't know, just a guess. I'm only guessing. That's only an uneducated guess from insiders.
Goodbye, Matthew.
See you later, guys. Have a great call.
Thank you, Matt.
I'll be listening.
See, I know you'll be just out the front hanging absolute shizing on us. We're going to take a break, come back, and really sink our teeth into this one. It is Saturday afternoon. Tight one in the twos with about 3 minutes to play. That will be done by the time we come back from the break. Joey's 9-10-64 lead Newtown 10-62. Be Matty Dowling's time to shine on the other side of this. We'll have the Breakwater Meadowland head-to-head. We'll go through our tips for this afternoon as well with Joey's and Newtown doing battle for the first time in Elderslie Reserve since 2019. Joey's will be in their non-traditional red jumper, but it is an absolutely cracking design. Looking forward to seeing them in action. We're before the bounce for the Ponds and Island Hotels and Team Tyre Power. Team Tyre Power, your one-stop shop for all tyres and wheels in Belmont, Drysdale, North Geelong and Torquay. Grab a fast Twitch energy drink at APCO Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe, K-Rock Footy.
K-Rock's Tim and Jess.
You know, they've got double-coated Tim Tams.
That's the best one.
Well, the other day, I saw a triple-coated one.
A triple-coated Tim Tam.
Triple-coated Tim Tam.
Would
They
that be-
exist, my friend.
Stop it.
Would that be a Tim Tam or a Tim Tam?
I feel like a
Okay.
Tim Tam.
No, I reckon Tim Tam.
That's got to be better, right? Or maybe
Oh, I would've
it's too
thought.
much. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will. All right.
Drive home in 2025 with Tim and Jess on K-Rock 955. Your future, your hands. Study at the Gordon.
We love your projects. Your big paint projects, your little paint projects. We go nuts for kitchen painting projects. We get amped over bathrooms, and we high-five fist pump over your wallpapering the hall project. We love the smell of paint in the morning. We're Inspirations Paint Stores, and together with you, we can do amazing things. What's your next project?
Inspiration Paint, Grovedale, 138 Torquay Road.
At APCO, we know your time is precious. So download the APCO app to skip the queue and pay for your fuel from the comfort of your car. Love our Jaffles and award-winning coffee? Pre-order through the APCO app. No more waiting in line, just grab and go. Shop the way you want, when you want. Just search APCO app in your app store and start saving time today. APCO Cafe 24/7. We've got you.
Update your home with a new floor from Harvey Norman. Great deals on versatile hybrid flooring, including beautiful Australian timber, pine and oak designs from just $45 per square metre. Luxurious oak natural timber flooring from only $85 per square metre. Or family-friendly carpets. Soft, quiet and warm underfoot. Great value from just $17 per square metre. From measure and quote to expert installation in your home. Come on in and see the specialists at Harvey Norman. Your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds.
Metricon gives you freedom to get more of what you really want in a brand new home. More space, more light, and all at a price you can afford. Like the family favourite 4-bedroom Amira 20 with Kingston facade from $223,900. Yes, under 224 grand. But hurry, first 40 buyers only. Search Metricon Homes today. Conditions apply. Exclude site costs. Geelong Build Region. CDBU 52967.
All this footy making you peckish? Time for some Zambrero feel-good mix. Incredible burritos, bowls and nachos. Cook slow and serve fast with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. Plus, when you buy a regular or big burrito or bowl, Zambrero donates a meal to someone in need through the Plate for Plate initiative. Feel extra good about every bite. Grab your Zambrero now. Geelong West, Ocean Grove and Torquay. Or order online so you don't miss any of the action. Zambrero, feel good mix.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Well, we've got to say thanks to Zambrero too, feeding us today. The nachos. What did you have, Dalo?
Nachos, very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah. No, I had the beef burrito. I had the lamb burrito last night.
I had the beef burrito, very nice.
Yeah, went down a treat. Don't forget, you can check out Zambrero, and of course you can order online so you don't miss a moment of the action when it comes to K-Rock football. And Zambrero, you can find them 3 locations around the region: Geelong West, Ocean Grove, and Torquay. And of course, make it your go-to footy feast. Burritos, bowls, and nachos are cooked slow and served fast with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. Thanks to Daryl and all the team at Zambrero. That's Feel Good Mix. We're before the bounce for Team Tyre Power and the Ponds and Norlane Hotel. Get your friends together and have a fun day out at the Ponds and Norlane Hotel. And Newtown have exploded for the first time this season out onto the deck that is Elderslie Reserve, Jarden Oval. And just having a look at the numbers, we've already got a change of number because there is somebody in a number 60. Jason, we don't have a number 60. So I need you to do a little bit of digging. Down boundary side for us for Leopold Sporties is Josh Conway. Buzz, just a beautiful day as the sun just starts to peek behind some of the clouds that are loitering here in the suburb of Newtown.
Could not ask for better, Kingy. I might even need some SPF 50 out here with my complexion. It's quite warm in the sun, but yeah, the ground's in great nick. Won't be come July, but at the moment it is absolutely fantastic, and there shouldn't be any skill errors today, that's for sure.
Thank you for that. We've just been told Eden Ibbotson will be wearing the number 60 today. Was listed in the 20, but he will be in the number 60. That's a very...
It's an early find for Stevie J.
That's a very heavy load to carry. Buzz, while you're down there, have you? I think Jack Buckley might have gone to an early shower.
He has. I'm just going to try to intercept him when they come over. I still haven't seen your man Paddy de Grande, King. I think he might have vacated the area, but I will try to grab Jack quickly.
Thank you for that. Down boundary side. Of course, Goddings, Geelong's Kubota dealers, tractors, excavators, mowers and more. Gee, it's a fairly star-studded coaching staff. David Fanning, David Wojcinski and Steve Johnson. There's what best part of 500 games of AFL football experience in their coaching staff is pretty impressive. Buzz is actually just down very quickly having a chat. Down to you, Buzz, to have a chat with Jack Buckley. Just give us an update on how he is.
Yes, just got Jack alongside me. Just in the casual clothes, mate, at 3/4 time. Everything okay?
Yeah, all good. Just had on capped minutes this morning, so 50 minutes. Did them in the first 3 quarters, and yeah, probably should have maybe pushed it how close the game got, but I think they take their strength and conditioning very seriously at Joey. So yeah, that's what happened there. Nothing to worry about.
How many times did Kingy text you over summer asking you what you're doing with your footy?
A couple. There was probably 1 week where it was hot on there, but other than that, he respected my space and everything. But it's always good to hear from Kingy.
and you're locked in here, obviously, for the year. Happy to be returning.
Yeah, had a bit of change, and it's always good to keep something that's going to be stable in my life. It's a good group, and Ron and the crew have got everyone firing for this season, so it's a good place to be, and I think good day to start off with a win in the 18s and then a 1-point win here, so it's looking good as the boys come out.
Beautiful. Thanks for joining us, Jack.
Jack Buckley there joining us thanks to Inspirations Paint. Good work, Buzz. I tried to not annoy him too much, but when the word got out that he trained at Geelong Amateur, that's when things probably got a little bit more interesting, Buzz.
Yeah, no, just doing your job.
Wasn't he going to Uni Blues at some stage
that
too?
Was also on the cards, but in the end he's ended up Country Road.
Country Road.
Oh, I forgot to ask him about that.
Oh, next time. That's right. There'll be plenty of opportunities throughout the year. Head-to-head for Breakwater Meadowlands. Steel projects made easy. Matt Dowling for the first time. What's your head-to-head?
I'm looking forward to what I think is going to be the wing battle today, King. The Werribee teammates, Charlie Byrne and Liam Kershaw, I think they've both got the ability to break some lines and set up both sides offensively. So see how they go against each other, and yeah, interesting to check that throughout the day.
Absolutely. That's a nice little outside the square matchup brought to us for a head-to-head. Breakwater Meadowlands Steel projects made easy. We'll also keep an eye on the matchups for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Dowlow will be all over those. Some of those key ones around the ground, especially probably, I suspect the ruck one will be a fairly easy one. Eddie McCoy will get an early challenge against the towering figure of Cam Wilkinson. There was a rumour going around that Cam Wilkinson was cycling.
Yes, but I heard that last night.
Yeah, but not happening, or?
He changed his mind and he's back here lining up in the ruck for Newtown.
Because somebody said he's actually got some serious ability on a bike.
Yeah, apparently that's the word, that he was pushing for Olympics or something like that.
He strikes me as a massive boy on a bike.
Yes.
Jeez, he's not the thin Tour de France riders you normally see.
No, a bit of him. Remember when his old man Pete bobsled? Right.
He too. But he's got the biggest hands I've ever shook hand. Oh my God.
Pete
They are
Williamson. I haven't
massive
seen
hands.
Pete for a long time. You used to be loitering around, but haven't seen him for a while. The KFC X-Pole. Now, grab a $3.95 Go bucket from KFC for a tasty bite on the go. The poll is in, and the final result, this is no surprise. Joey 68%, Newtown 32%, so basically running 2-1 Joey's to the Towners. Players are out in position. Buzz is just loitering out on the deck. The deck is in, this is as good as I've seen Elderslie Reserve, I reckon. It's in ripping nick. Obviously doesn't see a huge amount of traffic over summer. It acts as a spillover cricket ground for some clubs. I think Newtown and Chilwell use it. I think St Peters may use it, and St Joey's also use it as well in cricket terms, and it looks in absolutely cracking nick. Where do we find you right now, Buzz?
Yeah, just in between the two benches, Kingy. But yeah, as I say, the breeze won't have any effect either today, and yeah, the skill level should be pretty high.
Thank you, mate. You heading out for the toss of the coin?
Yes, I will.
Oh, very good. Umpires are out, clear, taking control of this one. Dear McQuinlan, Timmy Callender, Kirsch's cousin.
Yes.
And our old mate Chris Jones, who did remind me that he umpired our first ever broadcast game, St Albans and Colac, round 1, 2025.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
2021, I should say.
2021. It's a long time ago, Tom.
Yes.
I'm going to need long service soon.
There was still a pandemic loitering too. We didn't get out of 2021 unscathed, did
No,
we?
we did not. That's right.
Buzz is down boundary side for Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue. Ragsy, can I please have a can of Coke at some stage?
And a Coke, no sugar, that'd be great. Thanks very much, Ragsy.
The old man went into the Hall of Fame.
So he should have.
Yeah.
Legend. Absolutely.
Oh, was he a legend? I think he was a legend. Oh, was the old man a legend?
Yeah, legend. Yeah. Yeah, Coke, no sugar, please. That'd be great.
Coke, Ragsy, Coke, and we'd like a Coke, Laurie. 2 Cokes, 2 Coke, no sugars, please.
Thanks. That'd be great. Thanks. Good on you.
Ragsy,
You don't have you've got nothing else better to do, Rags.
We're just checking that these numbers do marry up. He's left the name sheet, yep, and the order off form. Hang on, let's start.
Who do we want to put on there?
Who do we want to put on the order off form? Buzz, toss of the coin, Al Hickey, and who was acting captain today?
Yeah, it was Ned Harris, and he won it. He's kicking to the right of your laptop screen or radio dial, or however you're tuning in today. That's the way Newtown are kicking first turn.
Thank you very much.
As we say in the classics here, down the hill.
Or down the hill, yes.
It's actually left of your streaming screen because they're filming from the other side of the ground.
Oh, yes,
okay,
that's
well,
right.
I'll take that back. From where you're watching Kingy, it's to the right.
Yes, thank you. Actually, I think Ned Harris and Luke Maddock joint captains. Or is Maddock outright?
No, I think it's just Luke.
Yeah, I saw Red Ned was vice captain.
Yep.
Yes, I think it's Luke.
Yep, I was right on the mark that he was acting skipper today. Players will be in position very, very shortly. Al Hickey, obviously it was a tough season 2024 for him in terms of injury. Late got back, I think, for the prelim, but was severely underdone. All right, let's go around the panel. Winner and margin this afternoon. Laurie Hill, who wins and by how much? Joey's by 4 goals, so Joey's by 24 points. Buzz Conway?
I'm going to go St Joey's by 8. I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah. I don't know where Kirsch is, so I won't worry about his tip. Dowlo?
I reckon it'll be a good game, and then they'll just blow out in the end. Joey's by 28.
Joey's by 28. Jason Doherty?
Joey's by 16.
St Joseph's for me by 32 points. I think I'll give cheek early the young Towners, but maybe experience will pay in the end. As thank you to Ragsy and the team at Newtown. As you're about to hear, that is not a beer can.
That is not a beer can.
Legitimately.
We are not in the GD. It's okay.
Some people not in the GD anymore.
Oh, hello. We are potting people this afternoon. Let's get the footy started.
Yeah, actually, quickly too. First quarter, we thanks to Harvey Norman, Cryo and Warren Ponds, best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. Just been pointed out to me by our executive producer Laurie Hill as we go around the grounds at Footscray 3-6-24, lead Werribee 3-1-19 at quarter time at Melbourne Avalon Airport Oval, as it's now referred to. And Gold Coast and Adelaide is underway at People First Stadium on the Gold Coast, and it is the Suns who have jumped the Crows to 3-3-21 to 1-3-9. This is a bit of a litmus test, I reckon, for the Suns.
Absolutely.
If they could tip over the Crows,
well and truly, yeah, they're legit.
They're really getting themselves going. is going to be a big season, I suspect, for the Gold Coast Suns. The Cats will have them down here mid-season. Players will break into position, and we will get season 2025 underway. Really looking forward to this one. Just bouncing a couple of minutes later than we had intended. Diallo, just keep an eye on those matchups for Wombat Gully Plant Farm, and Buzz, just keep an eye on those benches if you can down boundary side for Leopold Sporties. Earlier today in the Coach Talent League, the Geelong Falcons girls with a good win over the GWV Rebels at Mars Stadium, 5-5-35 to 2-2-14. The Falcons boys are in action. We'll stay across that score as things unfold, and the Falcons actually at quarter time lead 3-2-20 to the Rebels 3-1-19. So a double header taking place up at Mars Stadium. Jason Boris is in position for Pixel Sports Media, bringing you some of the best snaps that you'll see in local footy, and Matty Kershaw has just walked past us with family in tow. And a couple of red tins that have an M on them.
Have no look like a Coke, no sugar.
Eddie McCoy on debut for St Joseph's is just prowling around inside those centre circles. He looks very different in a Joey's jumper to a Torquay one. Opening quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman. Season 2025 is go. And here's Jason Doherty.
And McCoy gets it down, first bounce for St Joey's as well. Wilkinson, though, puts the tackle on him. Pack develops around Liam Nash, who's on the bottom of the pack for Newtown. And umpire Jones will come in and put a secondary ball up in the middle of Jarden Oval. McCoy gets a thump down, punched away. Coming in, there was Betson there, I think, coming in a bit indiscriminately. And it's going to be a free kick, it is. And it's going to go to Ned Harris. So he's going to take the first real kick for the Towners from the centre of the ground.
Pumps it long inside forward 50. Foppiani, his target, spoiled from behind from Liam Betson. Front of the pack tracking it is Lazaro, who sees himself on Port Melbourne's list with his brother this year. Although Charlie will play at St Mary's when not required at Port Melbourne. I suspect that would be a rare occasion that Charlie isn't required by Brendan McCartney. Likely be in the VFL squad next week too, Dowlow, to play with Sandford. A bit of hurled back into play. Diminutive boundary umpire. Throws it over the left shoulder. Front of the pack, Bove. It's going to be hard not to call McMahon as he's slung in the tackle. And because of the fact, too, that he has one of his shoulders taped, also lends itself to being called Matt McMahon. Umpire will go again. Umpire Callender puts it into the air for McCoy and Wilkinson. McCoy winning the tap that time. Ball still bobbling around in the right forward pocket. Wilkinson put his head over the ball. Chance here for the Towners. Byrne, a handball back to Mitch Diamond, who goes back to Byrne. Byrne had to concede some ground to Hocking. It was a smart kick. He's got it a true centre wing, but they've got possession of the footy.
So on the Mark West wing here at Eldersley.
Hello, Bob and Kath and Sharon and Paul.
So Braden goes long, Hocking goes towards centre half forward, pack there, Bove off the front. His kick was smothered as he got smothered as well. Ball spills free, handball Humphrey over the top, McLaughlin for St Joey's. His handball over the top towards Knights, has to come and help him out. Max too and does. McLaughlin runs along centre wing, gets half a Shepherd, two bounces, runs towards half forward, has to kick it now over the back. Is it going to be a mark? Is it a push? The umpire said play on. Oscar Morrison was there. Coming the other way though, the Towners have got some numbers, or the handball though missed the target. That was Oscar Murdoch, has to run through half-back, needs some help. It was also a short little kick, came back towards Hocking now for Newtown. He goes wide, settles it down. Harris, Ned goes towards centre wing. Has to be good because it's a 4-on-1, or that's a push afterwards. A bit indiscriminate but coming there from Joel O'Dwyer. And the free kick's going to come back. And it will be Jed Coburn.
Game number 50 for Joel O'Dwyer this afternoon. I think came down from Yarrawonga, so might have just missed Stevie J. Coburn, he made his debut in the middle of last year, kicks towards half forward. Cal Mitchell back for St Joseph's this year, couldn't take the footy. These Betts and Liam, a handball on the up to the skipper Hickey, that's Al. He gives a handball back. Cal Mitchell had his kick wonderfully smothered, diving across the boot from Lazaro, and it's out of bounds. A boundary throw in right forward pocket, and the pressure good early, Dowlow, from Newtown.
It is. They're really squeezing the ground and putting pressure on around St Joey's with their ball use. Interested in the forward contest down for St Joey's, Oscar Morrison and Oscar Murdoch.
Do they play Falcons together, or do they just miss each other? Morrison might be a couple of years older. Boundary throw in. It's Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchup that will keep us intrigued this afternoon from the boundary throw in front of the pack. Chance here for the Towners. Quick kick out of the pack from Panisi, who's on debut. Was partially smothered. It's going to bobble towards the boundary line. A handball back to a Knights. Very straight back. Him and Luke Maddock have got the two straightest backs in the competition. Wide ball from Mitchell. Does it hit the target? No, it missed Liam Kershaw. Bounces out of bounds for a boundary throw. He's very upright, Zach Knights, in his movement, like Luke Maddock. No Luke Maddock this afternoon as he serves a suspension carried over from last year. He will be back for next week's clash with Bella Park here at Jarden Oval.
So boundary throw in at 50 around from the Newtown goal. McCoy from behind. Foppiani doing it in front for Newtown. Kick from off the ground towards Kapala, who's taken the mark at left half forward for Newtown. A lot of players in front of him towards the goals. They go now there and getting back there, taking the mark easily in the end. St Joey's are able to switch the play quickly and come broadcast side towards centre wing. Morrison, Oscar takes the mark. Just on the back end of centre wing now for St Joey's. Gets around the corner, goes towards half forward. Wilkinson, he tried to play for Newtown, couldn't pick the footy up though. Coming Antonak to run onto it half forward. Just doesn't sit for him though. The Towners through Nash now. Handball is okay. Mitch Diamonds, his handball. Harris was a bit of a standing start. Then they got it going towards centre wing. Hocking has to sit and wait. Picks it up on the half volley. Handball over the top was all right. Gives it around to Charlie Byrne. Has to wheel back on that left. Does and go short. Finds Kapala. Wants to play on no 15. Hocking back towards the centre wing position. They just hold it up now and Mitch Diamond takes the mark right on centre wing for Newtown.
Really controlling the footy at the moment, the Towners. And Stevie Johnson will be happy with this. Tempo of the game is on their terms. Kick towards half forward. The kick not great though, and standing tall and taking the mark is O'Dwyer, who'll concede some ground back to his defensive goal square to Humphrey and try and open up the Autumn Street side of the ground. Humphrey just though go short to Keelan Betson, the former Grovedale Tiger, who was back at Maroopna and now joining his brother in red, gold and black. Gave a handball off to the run of Humphrey, gives a handball into the left back pocket to O'Dwyer, who then goes short and wide, and they'll look to attack from half back, and the short kick is okay for Hickey. That's James. He'll drive a kick now. Long ball. Chaplin his target. Back with the flight. Murdoch judging it best. Back at the Towners after a couple of years as a catch rookie. That kick though a little bit skew whiff. Kapala had to take it on the bounce. Time to recover. And then he goes wide, and the kick to the left back pocket is okay for Rory Diamond.
Diamond now goes to the outer side half back flank and move it towards the middle. O'Dwyer takes it. Right at half-back for Newtown. Goes towards centre half forward with their kick. Oh, going up there, not being able to take the mark was Panisi for Newtown. St Joey's have got the numbers. They get it wide towards half-back. It's okay. Hickey over the top. And that was Elder James. He goes towards half forward St Joey's now. They get it on the outside. Move the ball quickly. Inside 50 with a bit of a lead. Oscar Morrison gets there and takes the mark in the right forward pocket in front of the scoreboard, which shows that we've played 6.5 minutes so far. No scorers yet in this game, but a chance for Oscar Morrison for St Joey's.
What stats you keeping an eye on there, Dowlo?
Got marks, clearances, inside 50s, marked inside 50. Really interested to see the ability of both sides to be able to transfer the ball inside 50 and then see if they can mark. Marks usually inside 50 are shots on goal, so interested to track that throughout the day.
Kerr's high stats.
Morrison comes in, right foot kick, goal umpire. I think he's happy with it. He sort of walked towards it and then walked back and said it's all clear. And Oscar Morrison has put his first on the board, the first for St Joey's, the first of the game. 1 straight 6. They lead Newtown. Yet to score. Harvey Norman at K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard. Harvey Norman, Cryer, Warren Ponds, best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. And in the experts chair, thanks to the Sporting Globe Geelong. Drink Sport, here's Dallo.
See both sides early. They're both trying to shift the ball from side to side, trying to break open pockets of space. Up to 10 marks apiece early on after playing, what have we done, 7.5 minutes. Good control of the ball, making it hard for opposition teams to defend their ball use.
Joey's get first blood through Oscar Morrison. Back in the middle, Wilkinson winning the tap down. Tried to win his own foot. He's going to be a free kick. I reckon Nash might have taken James Hickey high. He very lucky. Missed that. And we'll get a ball up on the cricket pitch area. McCoy and Wilkinson engage again. It's allowed to hit the ground, so hitting it at pace is O'Dwyer, who was a real revelation last year for the Towners in his first year. Runner up in the best and fairest, driving it long towards centre half forward. No mark taken by the Joey's defence. Coburn got it on the up to Bove. Bove quick kick around the corner. Oh, Liam Betson fumbled it. It was a tough one to came in, but should have been able to take that. Didn't. It's forced a spillage that now is locked up at the front. Humphrey is at the bottom of that pack, about 30 out from goal. He doesn't make too many mistakes as Liam Betson, he did there, and we'll get it hurled into the air. Foppiani and McCoy doing the ruck work. Foppiani might have won that tap. Gow somehow released a handball, but there's going to be a free kick coming back, and the free kick will belong. It's James Gow with the footy, about 30 from his defensive goal. Newtown in attack. Joey's with the footy as he goes short. He's got a couple of options, and the mark taken inside forward 50 for Joey's. Ball in the hands over there.
Toes, I think.
Toes on debut.
He goes towards centre wing with the kick. It's good too, and they move the ball, shuffle it to Henderson. He goes towards wing half forward. No mark taken. Might be high anyway. It is. And taking his Chaplin for St Joey's.
Wearing Paddy de Grandy's 23 just to confuse us.
He is. He just chips the ball over the top. He was looking for a lead. Morrison was there, 45 out. His kick was partly smothered. Comes inside 50. Antonak works around, got the handball away just in time. Comes back towards Chaplin. Little right foot kick was okay. Was that? Oh, wow. That was 14.99 metres, I think. He goes short now. Henderson. Short kick is okay. And on the lead and taking the mark is Edwards. And he will shoot for goal from 35 out. Slight angle.
Joel Edwards look a bit bigger than last year. Does he put a bit of size on?
He's big, absolutely, and can take a mark. Joel Edwards. He was good in the back half of the year for St Joey's.
Spent a bit of time at Werribee early on in the first half of the year last year as well.
So Joel Edwards to double the Joey's goal tally this afternoon. He's 35 out. He's on the runway now as he comes in. Right foot kick, goal umpire comes across towards us and says it's through for one behind. So St Joey's got a 1-1-7. They lead Newtown yet to score. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
As we wait for the ball to come back, Buzz, just is there a slight breeze across the ground?
Ever so slightly, Kingy, but shouldn't be enough to influence anything.
Thank you for that ground report. Thanks to Goddings.
And just one for Dallo to watch as well. The man with the footy in his hands at the moment, Braden Hocking, has a real licence to push hard forward. He's matched up on Oscar Morrison at the moment, but he's got a real licence when he doesn't have the footy to get forward.
With the reigning best and fairest, pumps along to the wing to a one-on-one. Bove positions himself. Maybe cop one high from Mitchell. Umpire said play on. Taken by Dunn, who snaps it around the corner. A rolling ball that'll roll out of bounds. Insufficient intent? No, umpire Quinlan says throw it in. We'll have it hurled back into play just forward of the wing on the broadcast side, or our broadcast side in terms of radio. If you're watching the AFL Bowen TV live stream this afternoon, you'll be having a different angle of the contest to what we have. 11 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. 1-1-7 playing no score. McCoy and Wilkinson, as they will do for most of the afternoon. McCoy winning the tap down. Lazaro, though, for Newtown. Handball on the up to Ned Harris. Harris will drive the long ball. Top of the square, looking for a marking target. Won't find one. At ground level, it's picked up nicely by Liam Betson, who's turned it over. Foppiani, quick snap around the body. A bouncing ball. Bounced over the head of Mitchell, but went into the left-hand goal post. That could have been disaster for Joey's. And Newtown's first score of the year is a behind to Connor Foppiani. One behind Newtown and Chilwell. Joey's 1-1-7, 11.5 minutes played on the Bowen Foods first quarter time clock.
So playing from fullback, Al Hickey plays on and gives it away by hand. They go towards centre wing with the kick. Newtown got the numbers there. The umpire says it was touched. It was trying to be a mark paid there. You can hear a bit of breeze in the effects mic. It is a little bit swirly here. We're going to have a ball up just forward of centre wing on the outer side for St Joey's. The handball comes back now for Joey's to pick it up. Go close to the boundary line. Good pressure from Liam Nash there from Newtown. And we're going to have a boundary throw in at left half forward for the Towners.
Dowling in the experts chair. What are you just sensing from the opening 12 or so minutes?
Yeah, just seeing that every time that ball's hitting the deck, Newtown are just swarming with really good pressure early. So be interested, obviously, at the start of the game, see if they can sustain it for the rest.
From the boundary throw-in, the ball's got to the back of the pack. Joey's have got numbers there, but Ned Harris is quick to lay a tackle on a St Joseph's player who's at the bottom of all that. It's James Gow, surprise, surprise. And the umpire will do it again. Winning the tap is Wilkinson, rucking against Chaplin that time. Coming off half back and bursting onto the footy was Knights. Lost it in the tackle, and he'll be pinged for holding the footy. He took the tackle on. And it was a really good one by Ned Harris, and he wins the ball back for the Towners. Down the mark, stands about 70 from goal, so he's a fair way from home. So Harris will just pop it up into the left forward pocket. Foppiani got under the footy, double fisted away by Chaplin. Mitchell. Chance here for Joey's. McLaughlin will run onto a loose footy at half back. Will be able to keep it in. No, just kept rolling end over end over end. It never sat up on its point for him to be able to take it and burst away. And we'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. Newtown in attack. One behind. They trail St Joey's 1-1-7. Opening quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman. Corio and Mont Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman.
So boundary throw in. Getting it down the side of the pack there was Chaplin, who's having a run in the ruck by the looks of it for St Joey's. Kick up high up the chimney. Fabiani's there, falls to the side. Oh, that was a bit of a sling tackle too. And that happened on Ibbotson. The umpire says it was all legal, and we're going to have a ball up at right half forward for Newtown. Wilkinson's there, gets it down for the Towners. Through the middle of the pack, Betson. Oh, he threw the ball too. The umpire didn't see that. And still in dispute, and Nash comes across, puts the tackle on. Said Betson, who got the ball in the end, and we'll give it back to the umpire. So still at half forward for Newtown. Wilkinson a double fisted down, back towards the middle of the ground. Mitch Diamond positioned himself nicely, and he's taken the mark for Newtown in the centre of Jarden Oval.
Hose is getting his hands on the footy early. That kick landing with Mitch Diamond, who sends it to a leading target. No mark taken. It went through the hands there of Dodos, the newcomer from Kyabram, and Joey's will look to repel. Kick towards half-back Edwards, or the wing rather. Edwards couldn't take the mark. And now Newtown will go inside forward 50, a long ball back with the fly. I reckon there might be a hint of a breeze going down the hill. Might have been Mitchell clearing kick. Henderson in the long sleeves, the left footer. Will send a kick to McLaughlin, who on the chest takes the mark in front of Panisi. It's been real no flow to the contest so far through 15 minutes on the Barwon Foods time clock. Laterally he goes with the kick. Now clearing kick from O'Dwyer, and he sends it wide to Liam Betson. Betson's got it at right half back, driving a kick towards the outer wing, and he's hit that kick. And it's onto the chest of Charlie Byrne, who takes it and will look to send Newtown again back into attack.
So Byrne just goes short along the line. Ned Harris takes the mark. Plays on now, wants to drive it longer towards the top of the square, punched away. Nash, he wanted to take the mark, wasn't paid. Umpire said play on. He tried to get the ball free and did so, but then chopped off, and St Joey's just put on a bit of defensive pressure in the left forward pocket for Newtown, and we'll have a ball up. So deep into Newtown's attack, falls to the side of the pack. They've got the numbers, St Joey's there. They swarmed then, and a short little kick went towards, that's Cooper Ward, who got it back for St Joey's back inboard. Al Hickey thought about giving the handball away. He's taken the mark at defensive 50. Short little kick to Betson. Oh, gee whiz, that's not 15. So Betson now wants to switch the play. It's okay. And they get it out towards centre wing. McLaughlin takes the mark now. Wants to try and move it forward quickly. He's held up though. Newtown behind the ball pretty good. He chips the ball. It's a good kick too. Coming out, Morrison takes it right in front of the best seats in the house thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7.
Morrison sets it up looking for a marking target. It's going to fall into the waiting arms out the back of Mullen. Now a chance for the debutant. Ward around the corner. He loves a goal and he's kicked one. Early contender for a Metricon goal of the day. Cooper Ward kicked 27 goals from 16 outings with the Falcons last year. I think you'll find he might have kicked 15 or 16 in a handful of games with Barwon Heads as well. A returning junior to Drew Oval, and he's kicked his first in red, gold and black at senior level and given his team a 12-point lead. It's a nice finish on the K-Rock, Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Pond scoreboard. St Joseph 2-1-13, Newtown 1 behind.
I think Newtown need to be really careful with how they're going inside 50 here at the moment. They've had 7 inside 50s for 1 scoring shot versus 4 to St Joey's and 3. So they just tend to bomb it in at the moment. They need to lower eyes and see if they can be more efficient going inside to score.
So back in the middle, getting up well and truly is McCoy. He got it down, McLaughlin in the middle, handball on the out to Clark. He's got it on centre wing, goes towards half forward, going up from behind, good play in front by Hocking, who gave the handball to Kapala, who ran past, goes to the right foot kick towards centre wing, had to be pinpoint and was. And he got Bove right on centre wing, he handballs it away to O'Dwyer, who goes long with the kick inside 50. Well, they've got the players back there though. St Joey's Knights takes the mark and just settles the play down. In fact, it's Harry Smith who takes the mark and now goes to Knights, who plays on from the opposite back pocket. Needs to wheel around on that left. It has to be a pinpoint pass, and it was. Jack Mullen, a long way from goal, takes the mark at defensive 50.
Joey's holding up well despite that weight of number inside forward 50. Just a lack of cohesion, you would think, from Newtown with some newcomers. A high kick up the chimney, went backwards from Oscar Morrison there on the outer wing, and that's going to open the door for Charlie Harris for Newtown. Gave a handball up to his brother Ned, acting captain today, looking for a light marking target, and Dodos, two Joey's players come to shut him down. Humphrey back onto the loose footy for St Joey's, missed hit the handball. Henderson came through, bodies flying everywhere. Chance here for St Joey's to clear. Quick clearing ball to the wing, will land on, or bounce in fact in the end away from Morrison. The vagaries of the bounce of the Sharon took it away from him and out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw in just forward of the wing, favouring the Towners, who have got one behind on the board as we approach time on. St Joseph's 2-1-13. We've played 19 minutes on the Barham Foods time clock.
So boundary throwing, Foppiani having a run in the ruck against McCoy. Doesn't sit for either of them. James Hose gets it away towards Hickey. He goes back in board with the kick. Has to be pinpoint. Ward's handball and pickup was great. Got it on the outboard to Mullen. They're running now. St Joseph's through half forward. Short little kick around the corner towards Betson. If he can pick it up and run away, he can. He gets free. Gets the handball over the top to Mullen. 45 out. Right foot kick towards the square. And he's missed everything. It's out of bounds on the full. And Newtown will take the resultant free kick in the last line of defence.
I wouldn't be surprised if Gennaro Bo's broken his hand, lads. He has got his hand is a balloon at the moment, his left hand. He's just come to the bench. It has blown up the lux.
Yeah, that's not good. First game in the number 9 too. As at half back, Newtown have the footy, and that's Dodos, the Kyber recruit. First game for him, a handball off to the run provided of Morey, who delivers nicely to Foppiani. Morey, another new face coming from Yarrawonga with Steve Johnson. A high long ball inside forward 50. Nash setting himself. Couldn't take the mark. Joey's got plenty of numbers at the fall of the footy, although they expected the teammate to take it cleanly, and he didn't do so. So now quick snap at goal comes after a handball received from Coburn. He's missed to the near side for him and through for a behind. So they double their score, the Towners. They're 2 behinds, but just struggling to find the big one. St Joseph's 2-1-13, and this has got the sense of a bit of Melbourne and Geelong from last night there. Like,
does both sides feeding the ball back nicely, giving themselves a bit of time and space to be able to kick the ball forward at the moment.
So Gus Humphrey has got the ball at full back for St Joey's. He likes to go to the outer side. That is a terrible kick and easily taken by Morey. It goes inside with the kick towards the top of the square. Nash has got a couple on him. Humphrey got back there to help out. Ball spills free, done. Gets wrapped up straight away, not going anywhere. And again, St Joey's defence stands tall. And they've put the pressure on. We're just going to have a ball up about 8 metres out from goal, just near the behind post. Newtown into attack. McCoy tries to punch it through, but they got it towards the boundary line in the end. And it is out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw in the right forward pocket for the Towners. They trail 2 behind. St Joey's 2-1-13. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Newtown up to 11 inside 50s.
Kurt's higher stats, 100% locally owned and operated in Geelong, North Geelong, Ocean Grove and Grovedale. Dodos doing the ruck work against McCoy. It might have been McCoy winning the tap down. Harry Smith tracked it to the boundary line, but out. And we'll get a boundary throw in the right forward pocket. Eastern end of the ground, Minerva Road end for those who know the area. Ball hurled back into play, McCoy and Dodos. Both have 2 goes at it. In the end, it ends up in the hands of Nash, who's taken a really good tackle. Ball spills out, holding the ball will be the decision. Joey's looking to take the advantage, but that will come back, and the free kick will belong. James Hose has been really solid. He wins himself a free kick against the very experienced Nash inside forward 50. Bannockburn, Rookie of the Year in the GFL 2023. He'll go short, and presenting up is James Hickey, coming off a Team of the Year season 2024.
St Joey's go towards centre wing. Chaplin comes out, or should have taken the mark, didn't. His second effort was all right. He got the handball away, but then put his teammate under pressure. But Willow Dwyer went too high on Jack Mullen, and he will take the free kick just on centre wing, just near the centre square. He goes short with the kick to Betson, takes the mark, and then he kicks it back towards half back. Cal Mitchell wanted to move quickly and take the mark. Coburn was right there, and Mitchell now from half back on the outer side goes wide. It's okay. Zach Knights takes the mark.
Just got a feeling the crowd is waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, like we are.
very, very subdued.
Knights with a kick towards half forward. No mark taken. Front and centre. Was okay. Ward again. Left foot kick. Open goal square. Which way is it going to bounce? It's going to hit the behind post. And probably a nice little finish for St Joey's. They're going to be able to have a boundary throw in right forward pocket in their attacking zone.
I'm King, Jason Doherty, Josh Conway and Matt Dowling bringing you all the action on KRockFootball.live and through AFL Barwon TV. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We had a great pre-game. All those interviews will be available during the week. Ball held back into play. Chaplin doing the ruck work, trying to palm it back towards Keelan Betson, who then fired a handball back towards Ward. Sat on its point, and so Ward became a sitting duck, although Betson got involved again. Handball back to Kershaw. Kershaw, 55 from goal, turned and kicked, but put straight onto the chest of Foppiani. Coaching the under-18s this year is Connor. And we always think of his dad when we're here at Newtown watching Connor play. He drives the ball to the wing. McCoy, best position, will mark on the chest. The Bellarine, Rookie of the Year of 2023. Gives a handball off. Kershaw cruising by at close quarters. Gave it off. Quick kick forward from Hose. Wasn't a great one. He really sold him up the river there. I reckon the first handball of McCoy wasn't ideal to Kershaw, and the mark taken. And the short kick is okay. And they'll look to build through Lazaro from half back after receiving the kick that came from Felix Katsaris, the Sturt recruit who's on Geelong's VFL list.
There he gets it again, Katsaris, from Archie Lazaro, right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to Atco Cafe 24/7. He drives it along the line towards centre wing. Big pack there over the back. And Panisi's not going to be able to keep that in for Newtown. Rolls out of bounds and we'll have a boundary throw in. 25 played in this first term. St Joey's 2-1-13. Newtown 2 behinds.
Not sure how it's working for Newtown at the moment, just continually whacking it long forward. I think St Joey's are just lowering their eyes a little bit better, able to progress it up the ground a bit better.
Ball held back into play. McCoy trying a backhander. Here's Lazaro getting a handball out. Wilkinson will just hack it on the boot as he's wont to do. Kent sent it towards half forward. No mark take, but done off the hands of the pack was good. Handball release from Ibbotson. Morey around the corner with the left foot. It's not a bad effort, but it's going to roll across the face and out of bounds in the right forward pocket. I think he really warmed into it, Logan Morey, a quality player out of the Ovens and Murray League. I think runner-up in Yarrawonga's best and fairest either last year or the year before. And making a home at Ellerslie Reserve under Steve Johnson. Don't think it'll be a long quarter. 2-1-13 to 2 behinds. We've gone nearly 26 minutes on the Barwon Foods time clock as ball's hurled back into play. McCoy, Foppiani. McCoy got his hands on the footy and tried to get a handball away, but didn't hit the target. Joey's have got numbers around the ball. They look to clear. Harry Smith just had the kick checked, and in checking the kick, he's put it into the waiting arms of Charlie Byrne, who's been solid early.
So Byrne now, left foot kick towards the goals. Oh, touched on the line. Is it all through for a goal? Or just touched? Got it, getting a hand there and through for one behind. So it went, there's a little bit of breeze there because that went further than most people thought, I think. Newtown go to 3 behind. St Joey's 2-1-13 and Joey's kicking in quickly.
I think it was Gow.
Yeah. Oh, it was a Gow on the line, gee.
Yeah.
So the ball out towards Chaplin. Oh, Hamlin Hanger, he puts the hand up and takes the mark and plays on quickly. Goes with a right foot kick out towards Ward, who is causing them some trouble, Newtown's defence.
The Ginger Ninja.
Taking the mark at right half forward. Cooper Ward's had a good first term. He plays on now. Chips the ball is okay into the pocket. And Jack Mullen, who loves a goal. He has taken the mark and will shoot 40 out on the boundary line in front of the timekeeper's box here at Jardine Oval. And there's a mid-tough kick across that breeze, but an opportunity for St Joey's third this afternoon. Comes in now, right foot kick. Oh, he has beautifully put that through. And that is a Metricon goal of the day opportunity there. Visit the Armstrong Creek display at Banksia Estate off Barwon Heads Road, Metricon. And a great goal from Jack Mullen, his first of the afternoon. So Joey's 3-1-19, Newtown 3 behinds. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Very smart piece of composure there from Cooper Ward, being able to lower the eyes and find a mark inside 50. That's what I'm talking about. If they're able to do that, they're going to get shots on goal, and obviously they're backing themselves to kick them at the moment.
He's highly rated, Cooper Ward. I know he's liked at Werribee.
Certainly able to find the goals. He's got a bit of X factor to him. You never quite know what you're going to get, so it's hard to defend when players are playing like that.
He'll be a fun watch. I think Joey's are just going to be a fun watch, left, right and centre. This year, umpire Jones puts it into the air for Wilkinson. to go at it against Morrison. Rolling ball coming off his wing, Byrne, but he couldn't take the footy. Antonac, close quarters, tried to get it off to Kershaw. Gow barrowing his way through, but left it behind. Mitch Diamond was good, clean in the contest. Handball on the bounce, got to Byrne eventually. Ned Harris, Nash, here's the opportunity for the Towners. Nash sees an open goal and he puts it through. Liam Nash wasn't going to let that opportunity go begging, and he's got the first of the year for the men in red and black. First quarter, K-Rock, Harvey Norman scoreboard. First on the board for Newtown and Chilwell. They moved to 139. They trail by 10. St Joseph's 3-1-19. Opening quarter action, 28 and 3/4 minutes played. And in the expert chair for the Sporting Globe, Eat, Drink, Sport, Murray Street, Geelong, is Matty Dowling.
That was really nice from Charlie Byrne. His ability just to not spill that ball up and be able to give an effective handball allows Newtown to run in numbers and then have that shot from 50 out. That's going to be their go. If they can just bypass that dumping inside 50 and have shots, they're going to hit the scoreboard a lot more effectively over the course of the day.
So back to the middle. Wilkinson up against Morrison having a run on the ruck. Wilkinson got it down. Roved though by Hickey. Can't take it first effort. So then he kicked it off the ground. Needs some support and got some. Caught Kershaw, got one high. And I've got to be careful because Matt is listening to us now, so I don't know what that means. But anyway, Liam goes with the kick out wide. It's okay. Morrison followed it up from the ruck and takes the mark. Drives it inside 50 with a bit of space, a bit of time. Oh, going up and taking the mark. Good mark too from Morey. And he takes it and goes out wide for Newtown to Foppiani. He might be able to take the mark. He plays on anyway. Left foot kick around the corner. No mark taken at half back, but they've got some time to settle up. Mitchell goes out wide with the kick. It's okay. Henderson takes it right on centre wing on the outer side.
Cal Mitchell settling in after playing half a dozen games for the West London Wildcats last year. I think a two-time premiership player at Joey's Cal Mitchell, the former Tasmanian Geelong VFL player, kicked a half forward. Keelan Betson flew. He couldn't take the mark off the hands of the pack. There's a Newtown player that's been absolutely pole-driven into the ground. Is that Charlie? No, Chas Kapala might have been getting to his feet. Nothing untoward in the tackle. He just absolutely got picked up by two of them and brought to the deck. And we'll have it hurled back into play. At right half forward for Joey's. Wilkinson, Oscar Morrison, Gow, socket it forward off the ground, about 25 metres. Kapala tracking it, did okay. Handball to Hocking. Hocking a handball off to a man going past. Is that Dodos in number 77? He was in the 13.
Sure. Was that Katsaurus, maybe?
Katsaurus, sorry.
Katsaurus, yeah.
I apologise, it is. He was listed as 42. I reckon he was in 42. Has he changed jumpers?
I think he has. He wasn't happy with the large number. He wanted an even larger number.
Yes, as the kick goes to the wing. Chance here for the Towners. O'Dwyer just had the handball behind him, had to reach back for it. Did okay to knock it back into the path of Madola, and he was running into a tackle and being held up. And we'll get a ball up on the edge of the centre square on the northern side of the ground. 3-1-19, 1-3-9. We've gone 31 1/4 minutes in this first quarter on the Barn Foods time clock.
Ball up. Morrison got it down. Ned Harris wrapped up straight away by James Hickey. And umpire Jones with a bit more work to do on centre wing.
St Joey's have just thrown a spare back behind the ball here.
Late stage of this first term, Wilkinson gets it down. Nash on hands and knees, trying to get it back to Wilkinson. Gow, ball spills free, and there is the siren for quarter time. And it shows St Joey's 3-1-19. They lead at the home side, Newtown 1-3-9.
Goals for Joey's, kicked by Oscar Morrison, Jack Mullen, and the debutant Cooper Ward. For Newtown and Chilwell, the veteran Liam Nash threading their only major to cut the margin to 10 points. We'll take a break from here at Jarden Oval, Elderslie Reserve. It's quarter time in our GFL match of the day on KRock Football.live. To open the season, St Joseph's 3-1-19. They lead Newtown 1-3-9. A break back shortly. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Grab a fast Twitch energy drink only at APCO Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe, KRock footy. Fort grabs it out of the ruck, quick snap. Has he got the carry? Was it touched off the boot? It's the first. It kicked very, very wide, Caldu. Oh, big fly over the top. Just couldn't hang on to it. Yes, he's been paid the mark.
I think he'll be okay.
Go out and rub it for him, Buzz.
Very good, Matt.
Off the hands of the pack, Feely a handball. Williamson, quick turn, snap, goal, too easy. Kick back to the wing. Giddings or Jennings. Giddings going to claim the market lead. 60 out from goal, right half forward. He'll send it long inside forward 50. Giddings his target. Judge the flight of the ball best. Going to roll out the back and Riley Stone's going to stroll into goal. And he loves it too. Up at Broughton. They're inside forward 50 the Swans. Broughton on his non-preferred left. It's a floating ball. And Ford
gets around on the left, top of the square. Great kick to the man with 2 first names. There as well. Pepper kick around the corner. Back towards centre wing. Coming in. Good mark from the side.
Intended for Williamson. Went straight up the chimney. But Jennings fisted it forward. Williamson. Handball release. Edmonds forward. Edmonds snaps. Edmonds has gold. All's well that ends well for Leopold. He's called to play on. And he sends it long inside 50 under the footy pit. That wonderful defensive mark.
Take it. He got out of the pack though. Right foot kick. Dangerous across half back. That's a very good
corner's okay. Sam Scott, they're streaming forward. Is a kick on point. Hit coming across. Couldn't mark. Found it at ground level. Handball release. He's Pup kicking a goal. Dribbling. Justin stepped past 2. Wrong footed. Kelly broke his ankles. And Edmonds coming out.
He wants to play on. Oh, the Fort goes with a kick inside 50. Needs Keldo to go up and take the mark!
Cunningham runs to the edge of the centre square, bangs it long. Jake Peters in the position. Driver! Jan, a kick onto the boot inside 50. Huggins one way, Pearce the other. Williamson's tackle effective. Pitt, a handball, and Billy Ritchie to win the flag for Leopold.
Bed frames, kids' bedroom furniture, bunk beds and storage pieces. Customisable Australian-made bedroom furniture to suit your space and style. Luxurious pillows, quilt covers, sheet sets and more. Get behind the cats this season with your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds.
Here's another powerful reason to choose Tyre Power. At Tyre Power, you deal with owners who are proudly independent. We're not just tyre experts. Tyres are our life and livelihood. And because many Tyre Power owners are part of your local community, you can trust our family to look after yours. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local independent owner.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Quarter time at Jarden Oval, Elderslie Reserve, St Joseph's 3-1-19, leading Newtown and Chilwell 1-3-9. Entertaining first quarter for those who like a dour affair, but if you want free-flowing open footy, you probably didn't get that. Hopefully the game will open up a bit, especially as tiredness takes hold in this opening round clash. Not a warm day, but the sun is out, a bit of cloud around and a little bit of breeze as well, so pretty good conditions for mid-autumn football to kick the season off. Let's go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties, your complete family venue. 135 Kensington Road in Leopold. You'd be happy with this, Dowlo. Werribee have absolutely stolen a march on the Bulldogs to lead by 27 at half-time. 8-4-52 to 3-7-25. I guess I'll have a quick look at the goal kickers for the Tigers. Hudson Garoni for Grovedale aligned with 3. Flynn Young now Bowen Heads aligned 1. Cooper White, Grovedale aligned with 1. Tyler Watts, Leopold aligned with 1, and Noah Tullio, who I think aligned here, Newtown, with a goal as well as 10 possessions. So that is good signs there for the Werribee Tigers. Earlier today, the Falcons in the Girls Talent League 35 defeated the Rebels 14, and the boys at half-time, the Falcons 35 lead the Rebels 23 after a disappointing performance last week. GDFNL, please, Jace, round 1, 6 games underway.
Yes, Thompson 13 lead Geelong West Giants yet to score. North Geelong 25 lead Belpost Hill 13. Bannockburn 15 lead East Geelong 1. Winchelsea 20 lead Inverleigh 9. Werribee 15 lead Belmont 7. And Anarchy 15 lead Corio 7.
And the Bellarine has started. We're about 10 minutes into the first quarter, and all of those games being 10 past 2 bounces. And it doesn't look like we've got any scores yet, Jace.
No scores as such from many of those games. So let's fix that, please.
Yep, let's see if we can get some updates. Matt Dowling in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. Geelong Eat, Drink, Sport, Rory Street, Geelong. What did you make of that opening turn of action?
Yeah, there wasn't too much exciting action. I think St Joey's obviously late in the piece, able to put on a few goals. They had 8 inside 50s to convert 4 times. Newtown, a bit of a worry, 14 inside 50s, only hitting the scoreboard 4 times with 1 goal. No marks inside 50. I think they've really got to address that issue, and no doubt, Steve, you'll be talking about that over at the huddle right now.
What do you think the What do they have to do? What were they doing that was, they wasn't kicking in there? Nobody taking any marks. What was the deal?
Yeah, I think maybe just the way that they're entering inside 50, they quite just dump the ball in and quite high and have to try and make a contest. And I don't know personnel-wise whether they've got the ability to take big marks. Just be looking to either shift the ball and go in a different way or lower the eyes, kick it in a little bit flatter and allow the forward to run and jump at the ball. Might give them a different look.
Anderson Joey's team has probably got some markers back there, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably one of their strengths, is being able to mark it and then generate their ball movement from defence. And they just played into their hands by able to allow them to drop off mark, and off they go.
Yeah, it's just some key numbers that you've been keeping there for Kerr's Hire. Quality equipment for hire and sales.
Yeah, 31 marks for St Joey's to 20 Newtown, 7 clearances to 6 Newtown, so fairly even in that department. As I said, 14 inside 50s to 8.
Fort grabs it out of the ruck, quick snap. Has he got the carry? Was it touched off the boot? It's the first. It kicked very, very wide, Caldu. Oh, big fly over the top. Just couldn't hang on to it. Yes, he's been paid the mark.
I think he'll be okay. Go out and rub it for him, Buzz. Very good, Matt.
Off the hands of the pack, Feely, a handball. Williamson, quick turn, snap, goal, too easy. Kick back to the wing, Giddings or Jennings. Giddings is going to claim the market lead. 60 out from goal, right half forward. He'll send it long inside, forward 50. Giddings his target. Judge the fly to the ball best. Going to roll out the back and roll. Riley Stone's going to stroll into goal, and he loves it too. Up at Broughton, they're inside forward 50, the Swans. Broughton on his non-preferred left. It's a floating ball, and Fort
gets around on the left, top of the square. Great kick to the man with 2 first names. There as well, Pepper, kick around the corner, back towards centre wing, coming in. Good mark from the side.
Intended for Williamson, went straight up the chimney, but Jennings fisted it forward. Williamson, handball release, Edmonds forward, Edmonds snaps, Edmonds has gold. All's well that ends well for Leopold. He's called to play on, and he sends it long inside 50, under the footy pit, and that wonderful defensive mark.
Take it, he got out of the pack though, right foot kick, dangerous across half-back. That's a very good.
Corner's okay. Sam Scott, they're streaming forward. Is a kick on point. Hit coming across, couldn't mark. Found it at ground level. Handball release. He's pumped, kicking a goal. Dribbling. Justin, step past 2. Wrong-footed Kelly, broke his ankles, and Edmonds coming out.
That wants to play on. Oh, the Fort goes with the kick inside 50. Needs Caldo to go up and take the mark.
Yeah, it's actually not even. He's not in any pain, so he's going to play the rest of the game.
Very good, thanks, man.
Luke Maddock talking there with Josh Conway. Buzzdown boundary side for Leopold Sport is your complete family venue. Second quarter action not too far away from getting underway. We'll keep an eye on some Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups. There's a nice little matchup on this near side wing, Morey and Henderson, and I think if you look to the other wing, you're going to find is it Kershaw. No, Kershaw's actually not over there on Charlie Byrne at the moment, but they will cross paths at stages throughout the day. Umpire Jones just waiting for the last. There's a really good crowd in here this afternoon.
I'm dead to Kirsch too, he tells me. My last comment. So.
Well, that'll be fun next week then.
I can't wait.
The banter will be fantastic. Umpire Jones ready to get things underway. Second quarter action thanks to Barwon Timber on KRockFootball.live. Geelong owned and operated, building better since 1980. Here's Jace.
So ball up for McCoy and Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets it down. Rove though by Gow. Gave half a handball to himself in the end. It was supposed to go to James Hickey. It didn't get there though, so the Towners will be able to get it from the middle. Panisi gets a kick inside 50. In front, taking the mark, Joel O'Dwyer. And that's exactly what Dowler was talking about at quarter time. And they go out wide, find James Gow now. So transition the footy towards centre wing, punched away by Braden Hocking. Might have given away a free kick for a chop. I think he has. And the ball is going to come back towards Joel Edwards, and he's going to take it on centre wing.
No advantage. It could have been paid. Gow was tearing away. Edwards now sends a kick into the waiting arms of James Gow, so he's ended up with the footy anyway. He quickly hits the ground running, turns and pumps it along, and in the goal square it was too easy. Chaplin used the body beautifully, just worked Rory Diamond under the footy, turned and kicked the goal from the goal line and gives Joey's their fourth. And with the aid of, I think, of a breeze that will blow down towards the Minerva Road end of the ground, Joey's might be able to open up a gap on Newtown here. 4-1-25, Newtown 139. second quarter action thanks to Bowen Timber. Geelong owned and operated building better since 1980. Here's Dowlow.
Just see the difference in that kick there. It was just put out into advantage, out into the open side, allows the forward to use their body and protect the drop of the ball rather than just that dumping kick long.
Which you were talking about, and they were easily able to take the mark. Joel O'Dwyer behind the ball for St Joey's.
Yeah.
So back to the middle. Good start by the visitors in this second term. McCoy goes up early. Got a couple of taps to it. Nash, he can't pick it up. He gets a little toe poke. Oh, gee, fresh air shot came. And that was Maury who got it. But in the end, Nash got it. Paul Panisi pushed and gave away a big shove there.
He can't argue that.
He tried very hard to argue it. But that was a push in the back. And he gives it away to St Joey's. They get it. Al Hickey goes to James Hickey. We say that a few times. He goes short to McCoy, who takes the mark just on centre wing, just inside the centre square, plays on and goes with the kick towards centre half forward. Chaplin got a hand up, couldn't take the mark. Ball spills free. Newtown's handball on the out, or dangerous. Just got a kick away. Nash has to come in and tackle. Handball came on the up. Hose off a step and kicks it across the face of goal. It might be okay. Morrison has taken the mark in the left forward pocket for St Joey's, and we'll have a shot around the corner for another goal.
I've got a sneaking suspicion this could get ugly.
And well, let's see what Oscar Morrison's done. I think he's helped make that ugly because he kicked a goal. His second of the afternoon. And the fifth for St Joey's, 5-1. 31, they lead Newtown 1-3-9. Bowen Timber, K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard, Bowen Timber, Geelong owned and operated, building better since 1980. And in the experts chair, thanks to the Sporting Globe. The Sporting Globe, Geelong, eat, drink, sport. Here's Dowlow.
That piece of ball movement there from St Joey's forward, Newtown, you could just see them retreating back, trying to just know that they were going to move the ball forward. I think what they did really well early on in the first quarter was press up and get really aggressive. If they want to turn the ball over and force turnovers, they've just got to stick to that. They might leak a few goals here and there, but if they want to keep pressing to turn the footy over, that's what they've got to do.
Eddie McCoy has got to say has been impressive in his first quarter and a bit in GFL senior footy after crossing from Torquay. As Ron told us pre-game, it was a late decision from the 2023 Bellarine Rookie of the Year. Back in the middle, O'Dwyer wins the footy from the ruck contest. Handballs out wide looking for Byrne, but Zach Knights does well. Got a handball back into traffic. James Hickey barged onto the footy. He couldn't take it cleanly. Hose was in there as well, but Ned Harris, a handball. Bove playing with a dodgy hand of some description, but he turned and kicked quickly straight to the other number 9 in Gow, who wants the middle of the ground. That's a risky kick. Henderson had it spoiled away by Maury, but Henderson recovered best, kept his feet, and then pumps a left foot kick, a floater towards half forward. Flying Edwards had it spoiled away. It'll roll towards the boundary line. Keeping it alive for Joey's was Knights. Turns and kicks to the lead of McLaughlin. He couldn't mark, but he found the loose footy before being wrapped up in a tackle and brought to ground in the left forward pocket. We'll get a ball up. 4 1/4 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Joey's leading by 22 with 2 early second quarter goals, turning a 10-point lead into a 22-point buffer.
So ball up, Wilkinson and Chaplin for St Joey's. Wilkinson goes up, gets a left hand to it. Falls to the side of the pack. McLaughlin steals it, gets the right foot kick around the corner, the top of the square. Oh, Mark, no. Play on the court, ball spilt. Katsouris was there. Ball spills towards Antonek, who gets ripped off. That's holding the ball. He's been ragdolled 340 times there, and umpire Jones says yes. How many times can he get spun?
He didn't go 360 or 720. He went 1080.
Absolutely, he did. And it's going to be a free kick. Last line of defence for the Towners. And they get it long through Harris and go towards Wilkinson, who can't take the mark. Through the middle of the pack, they got it clear. St Joey back to the top of the square. McLaughlin front and centre was gorgeous, and he kicks it across the face of goal and through for one behind. We're going to 5-2-32 now, Joey's. Newtown 1-3-9. Bowen Timber, K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard, 5 minutes played. Bowen Foods time clock.
Under siege at the moment, the Newtown defence. Finding it really hard to exit through half-back Dowlow.
Or inside 50s to 1 this quarter for St Joey's.
Here's high stats. Hocking run through his defensive goal square. Brings it radio broadcast side looking for Foppiani. Stretches out with the one hand. Can't take it. Liam Betson for St Joey's through traffic. Gave it to McCoy on the outside of the right boot. Not a great kick. Might have been touched off the boot. So a quick handball release had to come out of the pack from, might have been Maury. And we've got a stoppage at right half forward. And Bove appealing for something that's not going to come. Umpire Quinlan says, I'll put it in the air. So again, McCoy and Wilkinson go at it. Wilkinson winning that tap. Rolling ball. Maury, a handball on the up to O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer straightens himself up. Kicks with the outside of the right boot, but kicks it straight to the 50 gamer in Joel O'Dwyer.
So O'Dwyer, short little kick. And finds Keelan Betson. Right on centre wing. Plays on now. Kicks it towards half forward. Morrison with a run at it. Second effort. The umpire said no. Did he get it? Did he pay the mark? Yes, he did in the end. I was going to say, he got plenty of it there too, Oscar Morrison. And he will shoot for goal from 50 out. 45-degree angle at the Minerva Road end of Jarden Oval. He has kicked 2 this afternoon already and needs to put a bit more hurt.
5 last time they played.
Provides a really nice target coming out of the forward lines. Leads really hard and always gives him something to kick to. He's got good work rate around the ground.
So Oscar Morrison for St Joey's 6th of the afternoon and his 3rd individually comes in now and puts a lot of height on that. That's a nice little wedge. But he's missed it to the near side and through, 4-1 behind. So they go to fine 3:33 now, St Joey's. They lead Newtown 139. Bowen Timber, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
So in fact, Oscar Morrison, 2 goals, 1 leads Newtown 139. As we've gone 7 minutes on the Bowen Foods time clock in this second term. Bowen Foods sells and freshens fish direct to you. Donga Road in North Geelong. Still salivating over the prospect of that crayfish as Mitch Diamond. Well, he went to take off and now he's given a handball off and there'll be Morey who'll clear towards the wing and find Hocking. And they've now got some free space because he can drive it long because Panisi's got out the back and he's all alone at left half forward. It's the next kick though that has been the issue. He'll go short and find Lazaro. Arch has it. About 70 from home. Now he sets it up. Connor Foppiani comes with a run. He won't get his hands on it, but claiming the mark is that Dodos on debut. The Kyabram product on the juggle has taken the mark. Foppiani came with a run and jump. Dodos held his ground, and he'll go back and have a shot and try and get the second on the board for the Towners and stop this little run of St Joey's.
Much better build-up there from Newtown. They managed to get it out into the open side of the ground and then just progress their way up. Kick mark, bit of control, and then into inside 50 a little bit more effectively, gives them a shot on goal.
Dodos from 35 metres out has drilled it, and he's pretty happy about it too. Grabs the Newtown jumper and says, I'm here, boys, and I'm here for a while. Just rolled in looking for somewhere to train and finds himself on the list and being a key important ingredient inside the forward 50 for the Towners. There's a little bit of Liam Fiore about him, who's now departed. And he cuts the margin back to 18. 2-3-15 Newtown, 5-3-33 Joey's. Second quarter action thanks to Bowen Timber. Geelong owned and operated and building better since 1980. Here's Dallo.
Newtown's strength at the moment's been probably their work around the clearance. They've dominated that area, especially this quarter. 4 clearances to 1 early on, getting their hands on the ball first and being able to kick it forward, which is handy for them.
About rocking in and find out Stevie Jones, the coach. That's not bad. We're happy with that. Wilkinson gets it down in the middle. O'Dwyer got it to Nash. They're getting work in the clearances, as Dowlow said. Handball out wide. Lazaro had to pick it up on the half volley and did. They get it short. Oh, Dodos nearly needed a helmet for that one. Nearly decapitated him. Now Betson the other way. Gow too slow. Handball over the top just to Keelan Betson. Can he run onto it? He can. Can he break the tackle? No, he can't. He took him on. The umpire said no, he didn't. And we'll have a ball up on centre wing.
Crows 40 lead the Suns 39 at half time. Big game for the Cats Thursday night. And got the Crows. Hope and gather round. We'll be there. Carrick Football, Carrick 955, carrickfootball.live. Joey's. Oh, Keelan Betson gave it to Harry Smith. He taken high by O'Dwyer. I didn't see it that way. Oh, McCoy stepped through the oncoming O'Dwyer. Broke his ankles. Kicked a half forward. Flying but not marking Edwards. Found it at ground level. Handball over the top. Wants the speeds to McLaughlin to run onto it. Steps on the left. Does he get enough bend? No. Just across the face. Misses. Would have been some sort of goal from Max McLaughlin. And through for a minor score, he's second of the afternoon, and the margin is 19. As we've played 10 and a quarter minutes on the Bowen Foods time clock, Joey's on the scoreboard. Bowen Timber style, 5-4-34, lead Newtown 2-3-15.
Murdoch, the kicking and duties for Newtown. Comes broadcast side looking for Nash, who goes up and takes a good mark. And half back, wants to move it on quickly. Good to see Liam Nash back in the team after some injury concerns last year. Gets to the Lazaro, who runs around McCoy on centre wing, takes a bounce, got a bit of space in front of him, draws a player, handball over the top to Willow Dwyer, feigned a handball and gets the kick away towards centre half forward, but again, they've turned it over. And poor kick in the end. And Kershaw gets back there much better than his old man, takes the mark, goes over the top. Oh,
I don't think Kershaw's old man knew where defensive 50 was.
Morrison, no, loved the goal.
Actually, were 50-metre lines invented when his old man was playing?
Okay, that's Kingy, not me, Kersh. So ball now from centre wing, St Joey's inside 50. That's a great kick, and that is a great transfer of play. And Max McLaughlin is showing them a clean pair of heels in the forward 50 and is taking the mark and will shoot for goal from 30 out slide angle.
McLaughlin's looking really dangerous. He just provides a really good look going forward, whether it's being able to lengthen the ground quickly in this instance and find a mark inside 50, or get to the fall of a contest and be really dynamic at ground level.
He's kicked 2 behinds this afternoon so far, Max. He needs to finish off his work with this one.
Backing him in here, we go.
Oh, that's the Dowlow curse. Max comes in. 30 out slide angle, right foot kick, and he's been to the Dowlow School of Kicking because he's put it straight through for a goal. So he has kicked 1, and the Sixers and Joey 6-4-40. They lead Newtown 2-3-15. Bowen Timber, K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard. Geelong owned and operated Bowen Timber, building better since 1980.
Just that bit of ball movement again. St Joey's able to move it out into space, lengthen out the ground forward of the ball, and then able to have confidence to kick it long and find that mark inside 50. Just a little bit of a difference with Newtown sometimes being a little bit too slow to move it inside 50. There's a fine balance between just dumping it long quickly and actually being efficient moving it forward like that.
So Connor Foppiani to do the ruck work, and Chaplin's gone in there as well. Joey Chaplin, a great story. Played with Joey's a couple of years ago, headed to Perth, actually spent the whole year in the waffle with Perth, has come back to Geelong and on Geelong VFL's list. Just out at the moment, but you suspect he might get an opportunity at some stage during the year. Foppiani on the tap down, Archer Lazaro trying to get a handball away. Now clearing kick comes out. There might have been Morey. Bouncing ball's going to fall okay for Dunn. And Newtown will go forward, but he just hacked it forward without looking again, and it's going to land comfortably on the chest of Joel O'Dwyer, playing game 50 this afternoon. At the top of his defensive 50-metre mark, that was a dangerous kick, but it worked out for Chaplin. Chaplin turned and kicked quickly. Here's a chance for Antonak. Long ball from bang on 50. He's happy with it too, Louis. He's kicked his first of the afternoon, and he's put his team out by a very handy 31 points. 7-4-46 Joey's, 2-3-15 Newtown, second quarter, K-Rock, Bowen Timber scoreboard. The turnover, just a shallow forward 50 entry or shallow forward entry Dowlow, and they hit him straight back down the corridor.
That's the problem when you go shallow inside 50 and you turn the ball over quickly. You can really get them on the rebound, and that's exactly what St Joey's did there. Newtown just hadn't had enough time to press the ground, squeeze them in, and they just lengthened out really quickly, and away they go.
You've mentioned that breeze a few times in the call too, gents. It is probably pushing, if anything, to the end that St Joey's are going to, but I would say it is very inconsistent. It will blow quite firmly at stages and then die off completely at times, which is why you would see some kicks favouring that end.
Next buzz. So back in the middle, and really need a response here. Newtown, Foppiani puts a tackle on, and Harry Smith in there gets up, gives the ball back to the umpire. Foppiani gets it down in the ruck contest. Ball towards Lazaro. Batson over the top of it now, and he's held up in the tackle by Lazaro, and he give it back to the umpire. So we're going to have another bounce in the middle of Jarden Oval, and it's going to be Chaplin trying to get around Foppiani, held on to, so he's going to take the free kick for St Joey's.
Been good, Chaplin. He'll drive it long, try and use the aid of that breeze to send it inside forward 50. Edwards had to play defender. Front of the pack, Mullen hit the loose hut ball hard, but the tackle that was laid on him by Katsaris was an absolute cracker. Ensured he was going nowhere. And he's won himself a free kick too, I think, holding the ball. Gee, that's a bit stiff on Mullen, but a short kick that finds Kapala. Kapala will then kick towards left half back. And they'll look to build. Robbie Morey with the footy. Now there it is. He goes short and finds Kapala, who'd run forward to find it. Liam Nash is signalling that he wants it down the line. Instead, he might go to Bove. He'll get his hand tested out here. Contest with James Hickey. Hickey found it on the ground, but then was found in a two-man tackle. Ball spilled out. Keelan Betson tried to take on the tacklers. One of those was Lazaro, brought him to ground, and we'll get a ball up right next to the boundary line where Buzz Conway is doing some of his best work for Leopold Sporties this afternoon. Your complete family venue, our boundary rider in 2025.
So ball up. Foppiani, Chaplin gets it over their head. O'Dwyer roves it for Newtown though. Handball to Foppiani, got it back to Lazaro. Left foot kick was smothered. Goes towards the boundary line. Gow's handball missed the target over the boundary line for a throw in. So we've played 16 minutes Barwon Foods second quarter time clock. And it sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong. And we're going to have a boundary throw in on centre wing. Broadcast side, Foppiani and Chaplin. Foppiani sort of got it down in the ruck contest. Ball spills free. McLaughlin rides the bump and gets it away. Handball out the outboard to Kershaw. Got the kick away towards half forward. Pack develops. Nobody can take the mark. At the front of the pack though, Newtown. Diamond, Mitch gets it back inboard. Betson, Keelan got a hand to it and get the handball away inside. And now Zach Knight's on that familiar left. Gets it across into the middle to Henderson. He tries to draw a player as well and he chips it out wider as well to Al Hickey. Takes the mark at left half forward.
The skipper, about 70 from home. What's he got inside forward? 50 for St Joe. He sends it long. It's too much on it for Edwards. Down low, Keelan bets he couldn't take it. Clearing kick came from Ned Harris for the Towners. A high ball up the shot tower to half back. Henderson flew, had it knocked away from him by Coburn. Panisi slung in the tackle, brought to ground, going nowhere. And holding the ball is the decision. Gee, that's tough. On Panisi, it's O'Dwyer with the resultant free kick, who turns and sends a long ball into the pocket. Waiting for it was Morrison. Just had to wait for it to hang, and Foppiani was closing from front on. Morrison never took his eyes off the Sharon, didn't worry about Connor Foppiani. Took the mark and will go back from about 30 out and have a shot on his third of the afternoon.
Be interested to see if Newtown decide to throw any structural changes here. I think they could also just do with having a little bit of bit better ball security, really just try and stem the flow of St Joey's at the moment.
This for a 37-point lead. And for Oscar Morrison to personally lead Newtown this afternoon. He starts it right. Will the breeze work for him? No, it won't. It'll hang out to the right and stay there, and the margin is 32. So I've got Oscar Morrison for, he's got his own personal Archbishop Desmond 2-2-14. Newtown at 2-3-15, St Joey's at 7-5-47, and we've played 18 minutes in this second quarter on the Barwon Foods time clock.
We're waiting for the footy to come back.
I think it actually cleared the net.
It did. It did. It was a very high 9-iron. It was. Oscar Morrison got a lot of hang time on it.
If you can get it to pitch and spin.
Yeah, that's the key. So now Braden Hocking from full back chips it short. Will O'Dwyer takes the mark inside defensive 50 for Newtown. Plays on along the boundary, goes towards centre wing. I think that might be in the car park. It is. It's out of bounds on the full. So it's going to come back. Free kick's going to go to Joel Edwards on centre wing for St Joey's. They lead 7-5-47. Newtown 2-3-15. We played 19 minutes Barwon Foods time clock in this second term.
So footy's come back. Yeah, there'll be a free kick to St Joseph's. Short kick from Edwards to the lead of Gow. He's still a long way from home. At 75, make it 80 metres out as he's tucked up against the boundary line on the outer side here at Elderslie Reserve. He'll drive a long high ball. He got a really, really good piece of that, but going back with the flight, Hocking took it on the chest. Wasn't the greatest kick in the end. As Hocking now delivers outside defensive 50 more. He's taken, oh, one-hander, Henderson Birch going back, taking it. Felix Henderson, nice mark, and a rare highlight in the marking column for Hamlin.
Goes towards the top of the square. McCoy's there. Is that a push? Free kick. Umpire says yes.
Late contact, and I reckon it might have been O'Dwyer.
I think it's Joel Edwards, I think, with the free kick, who, yeah, has got it. And
downfield, it's been paid.
Okay, right, so downfield. So Joel Edwards, who hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon, he's going to line up 25 out directly in front for St Joseph's 8th goal, and their 5th of this second term. See how they kick it to advantage, Dowlo. You were saying in terms of how they do it, St Joey's. They just give a bit of space for their forwards. And now Joel Edwards is able to hopefully finish off the work. He made the goal umpire work a little bit, but it's through for a goal. So his first of the afternoon, and the 8th for St Joey's 8-5-53. They lead Newtown 2-3-15, and that's on the Bowen Timber K-Rock second quarter scoreboard in the expert chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Sporting Globe Geelong. Eat, drink, sport. Here's Dowlo.
Put on there, Jace. Just even their ability to set up to look to be able to horseshoe the ball over to the open side. It's just challenging Newtown all the time with their defence. How do they defend? Do they squeeze the ground, try and force them down the line? But they're still set up to be able to flick it out to the open side if they want. So they are providing a really nice challenge for Newtown defensively, and they're being rewarded with benefits at the moment of shots on goal.
Newtown 2-3-15. Joey's have stolen a march out to a 38-point buffer, 8-5-53. They've had a hold over their Autumn Street rivals in recent years. I think they've won the last 6 dating back to before COVID. The old battle for the Cement Cup, or the Battle of the Milk Bar, or the Battle for Autumn Street. It's got numerous names.
Battle of the Milk Bar.
This great rivalry. And great to see Joey's in their alternate strip. It'll be interesting to see what Newtown roll out in their alternate strip when they clash on King's Birthday Sunday, back in the middle. Here's Ned Harris, dragged down, wonderful tackle from behind, wasn't aware of what was coming. James Hickey gobbled him up like Pac-Man. He gives a handball off to the run, provided from behind by his brother Alex. Under pressure, gets a high ball inside forward 50. Contest from Oscar Morrison. Katsaris got there in the way, but in the end, trying to burst his way through, is Mullen. Got it to Antonak. Antonak finds some space where there was none. Snaps around the body and kicks a wonderful goal. Louis Antonak with his second Metricon goal of the day contender. And St Joey's now have got a 44-point buffer, and this is getting UGLY. St Joey's 9-5-59, Newtown 2-3-15, 22 minutes played, second quarter action thanks to Bowen Timber.
Great pressure there from St Joey's, just being able to close on Ned Harris really quickly, come from behind, turn the ball over, and again that quick rebound moving the ball forward just puts Newtown defenders under immense pressure.
It's now a 6-goal to 1 quarter, and it's basically ruined this as a contest.
Yeah, back in the middle. It's looking a little bit ugly here for St Joey. For Newtown, St Joey's doing the number at the moment. Al Hickey at the back of the pack goes towards McCoy. And also in the middle, James Hickey got free too easily, you would suspect. And he gets it out wide, Kershaw. He draws a player and then goes to the kick out wide to half forward. It's a good mark too. Jack Mullen has taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 35 out. A little bit worse than a 45-degree angle, but he's a skillful player, Jack. And an opportunity for St Joey's 10th. So he's kicked 1 this afternoon already, Jack. And loves playing against Newtown.
Can I back my Newtown finishing 5th?
No, you cannot. And Mullen comes in, right foot kick, uses that breeze, squeezes it, and just through for one behind. Just missed it to the near side. So 1-1, his personal tally. 9-6-60 St Joey's, Newtown 2-3-15 Bowen Timber K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard.
Half-time can't come quick enough for Steve Johnson. Kick into the left-back pocket came from Harris. And it's marked by Murdoch. We haven't caught a lot of Oscar Murdoch this afternoon. He'll go short and look for a marking target. It's Ibbotson that's fisted away from him and out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in.
It's good pressure from St Joey squeezing the ground there. They're just holding an anchor down back as well. It means every time Newtown look up, they've got a sea of St Joey's players fall to the ball.
Ocean Grove 4-3-27 lead Mottawarri, no score.
Around the grounds.
Leopold Sporties, thanks to Arthur, our correspondent on that one. A high long ball to the wing, might have come off the boot of Ned Harris. Dodos, a handball. Chance here, Lazaro through traffic, a handball. Ned Harris, quick release, wanted Natch. Left the footy behind as James Hickey came towards him. Bove was good. Through traffic, gave a handball off. Dodos off his left boot. It was just an absolute shank. It's going to work out okay, though, because taking the footy was Byrne. He threw that out. Umpire said play on. Kershaw was good in the clinches. Gave a handball off. Knights to Gow. Gow with a high, long ball that Braden Hockings read best off the boot, and the reigning BNF for the town has marks on the chest.
Chips the ball back inside defensive 50. And they take the mark and go towards Charlie Harris, who's still got it in the last line of defence for Newtown. Called to play on. He goes short with the kick. And it's okay. And they're just running around defensive 50 here at the moment. Burns got it. Went back to the goal square and then kicked it back to where he was, standing in the pocket. And Charlie Harris is taking it again, so they're just racking up possessions, the two of them. He's taking another mark, still in the back pocket for Newtown. Wants to play on and go down the line, does so now. Wilkinson there in front. Chaplin had his name written on it, took it easily. And he goes with a right foot kick from half forward towards centre half forward, but standing in the way is Byrne. And he'll have another crack at trying to get it outside defensive 50 for Newtown.
Byrne short. Nash had to wait for it. Betson shut him down with a spoil, but in the end they'll look to run. Murdoch, a handball to O'Dwyer to the run of Rory Diamond. Gave it to Dodos, who then gave a quick handball off to Dunn. Dunn under a little bit of pressure's kick towards right half forward. It's a one-on-one. Liam Betson against the inexperienced Coburn. Coburn trying to keep it locked in, but Joey's numbers. Handball out the back towards Mitchell, and they'll look to build from Knights here. They have to go back and retrieve a errant handball. Time to do so. Harry Smith will want to come back onto his left boot. Does so successfully. Kick to the wing, just over the head of McCoy. That's a fair effort, but Ward was able to pick up the loose ball and drive Joey's long.
Does, he goes inside 50, taking the mark is Morrison, and he thought about moving it on quickly. He's going to be shooting from 40 out, slight angle, and Oscar needs to have an opportunity to put his third on the board.
A couple of passages of play there, just that one there with Jet Coburn and also Charlie Byrne a little bit earlier on. They just needed to be stronger in the tackle, hold the ball in, force the umpire to make a decision, just better ball security instead of it spilling out and allowing Joey's just to pick it up and run away with it forward.
So Oscar Morrison, he's at left half forward on the outer side. He hit 2-2 this afternoon himself. He comes in for goal number 3. Again, with that wedge style. And I think he might have wedged it okay this time. He's put it nice and close to the pin. And he has put it through for his third. So St Joey's go to 10-6-66. They lead Newtown 2-3-15. Bowen Timber K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard. And the experts chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. The Sporting Globe Eat, Drink, Sport. Here's Dallo.
They've probably got another 3 or 4 minutes here, Newtown, just to really try and get some control of the ball here. They just really want to avoid St Joey's putting on any more scores for the rest of this quarter. Go into half-time, be able to reset, regroup and come out a little bit of a different side with a clearer idea of how they need to attack this second half.
It's been tough darts. A 7-goal-1 second term has absolutely blown this one apart. Back in the middle, tapped down by Wilkinson, roving by Ned Harris. He'll send Newtown forward for a rare occasion. Well, pulling out of that was Panisi. Should have gone back to compete with Harry Smith, but Smith will go short after taking the mark and find Keelan Betson. Betson, awkward kicking style, but it's effective onto the chest of Jack Mullen. Always fun to watch Jack Mullen. He'll send a kick towards right half forward, leading up Morrison. Could mark. Edwards was there as well, neither could take it. Hocking a handball. They look to get out of trouble. Morey next to the boundary line, over the head of Lazaro. Dodos coming up, might have been just a little bit laconic, but it worked out for him. Then he fires a handball. Nash is going to have to sit and wait for it. Tacklers will come. He got out of one tackle, got a handball release. Coburn, Wilkinson, kick O'Dwyer, sitting duck, spoiled away by Kershaw. Palmed out. Hose was smart playing there away through Antonac.
Goes now inside 50 with the kick and just lining up the St Joey's forwards, and this time it's Joel Edwards who's taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 40 out directly in front.
How good was Hose there? Just the awareness not to take possession.
Yeah, he's been really good for the whole first half coming into to this side. He's been a real live wire for them.
So Joel Edwards, who's kicked 1, and this is St Joseph's 11th of the first half here at Jarden Oval. He comes in. Braden Hocken stands the mark as he waltzes in. Right foot kick. Oh, he sprayed that, I think. Oh, he must have just got it in, has he? Just. He's just got it in for his second of the afternoon. And finishes off the good work from up the field. St Joey's 11-6-72. They lead Newtown 2-3-15. Bowen Timber K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard. Bowen Timber, Geelong owned and operated, building better since 1980.
Braden Hawkins trying really hard down back. He's just trying to be that brick wall for Newtown. He's under pressure down there with the ball coming in repeatedly, but he's doing his best to try and whack it back out, find a target as they exit D50.
Tough darts for Newtown. They're basically playing for pride for the rest of the afternoon because they're not going to overhaul a 57-point deficit. I don't think anybody saw this coming. I think we all knew Joey's were the more talented team on paper, but I didn't see 57 points at half-time in any world.
No. All right. I'll tell you what, Dallin better come up with some jokes in the second half. It might be a long second half.
Ben Castanelia is somewhere in the crowd. Not that we're letting him near the van, but Dallin might want to consult with him about a little bit of humour. Back in the middle, Morrison actually now doing the ruck work against Wilkinson. Wilkinson will come up with the footy. A handball that's taken on the bounce and pumped forward. A long ball, Ibbotson. It'll bounce at the feet of O'Dwyer, but it was well trapped by Liam Betson. And he gave a handball off to a teammate who was absolutely dumped by Coburn. Ball's not coming out. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll ball it up. Who was that St Joseph's player that was sold well and truly up the river?
Around the grounds.
Bobby Smith, who was a little bit sore as we do go around the grounds. He does get to his feet.
Torquay 3, Geelong over to 41.
Yeah, that's not a surprise. Umpire puts out a very different looking Torquay team that lined up this afternoon. There's going to be a free kick on the siren. It's half time to St Joey's. 11-6-72 to 2-3-15. Liam Nash in conversation with the umpire, and Lazaro as well, trying to state their case. But right now they've got bigger problems than what the umpires decided right on the half-time siren. Connor Foppiani's also having a chat. He's pointing about an earlier decision that taking place, and there might be a level of frustration among Newtown's players. Connor Foppiani's not happy. Actually, in the end, has just been told by the umpire that he might as well go and join his teammates and trudge off Jarden Oval as we go down boundary side. Josh Conway is going to grab one of the St Joey's boys for a quick couple of words about that first half. Actually, he's heading straight to Cal Mitchell, who's actually carrying the water bottles.
Yeah, what's going on, Kay? They're forcing you to carry the water as well, mate. You can't do it all.
I just trying to do a couple of extra runs here or there, mate. TJW, so no, it was a good half from the lads. The MB fields got on top, allows us backs to push them up nice and high, and then we just defend from there. So I'm pretty happy at the moment, yeah.
And even exceed your expectations. An 11-goal first half's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, obviously a bit of a breeze pushing down that bottom end there. So yeah, we did well in that first quarter just to keep control of the game, and then forwards got a couple of nice looks in that quarter. So tough one this next third quarter here. They're obviously going to throw everything at us. Yeah, the challenge is still ahead of us.
Good man, thank you.
Cal Mitchell there speaking. Fort grabs it out of the ruck, quick snap. Has he got the carry? Was it touched off the boot? It's the first. It kicked very, very wide, Caldu. Oh, big fly over the top. Just couldn't hang on to it. Yes, he's been paid the mark.
I think he'll be okay.
Go out and rub it for him, Buzz.
Very good, man.
Off the hands of the pack, Feely, a handball. Williamson, quick, turn, snap, goal, too easy. Kick back to the wing, Giddings or Jennings. Giddings is going to claim the market lead. 60 out from goal, right half forward. He'll send it long inside, forward 50. Giddings his target. Judge the fly to the ball best. Going to roll out the back and Riley Stone's going to stroll into goal, and he loves it too. Up at Broughton, they're inside forward 50, the Swans. Broughton on his non-preferred left. It's a floating ball, and Fort
gets around on the left, top of the square. Oh. Great kick to the man with 2 first names. There as well, Pepper kick around the corner, back towards centre wing, coming in. Good mark from the side.
Intended for Williamson, went straight up the chimney, but Jennings fisted it forward. Williamson, handball release, Edmonds forward, Edmonds snaps, Edmonds has gold. All's well that ends well for Leopold. He's called to play on, and he sends it long inside 50 under the footy pit. That wonderful defensive mark.
Take it. He got out of the pack though. Right foot kick, dangerous across half back. That's a very good
corners. Okay, Sam Scott, they're streaming forward. Is a kick on point. Kick coming across, couldn't mark. Found it at ground level. Handball release. He's pumped, kicking a goal. Dribbling. Justin stepped past 2. Wrong-footed Kelly broke his ankles, and Edmonds coming out.
He wants to play on. Oh, the Fort goes with a kick inside 50. Needs Keldo to go up and take the mark.
Cunningham runs to the edge of the centre square, bangs it long. Jake Peters in the position. Driver! Jan, a kick onto the boot inside 50. Huggins one way, Pearce the other. Williamson's tackle effective. Pitt, a handball, and Billy Ritchie to win the flag for Leopold.
Raised and living in Geelong and committed to thriving into the future. Committed to building quality, sustainable homes. Committed to supporting you throughout your building journey. Hamlin Homes, built on a commitment to local trades, using premium quality materials, including a roof made from Carbon steel. Hamlin.com.au, CDB-U 52938.
All this footy making you peckish? Time for some Zambrero feel-good mix. Incredible burritos, bowls and nachos. Cook slow and serve fast with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. Plus, when you buy a regular or big burrito or bowl, Zambrero donates a meal to someone in need through the Plate for Plate initiative. Feel extra good about every bite. Grab your Zambrero now. Geelong West, Ocean Grove and Torquay. Or order online so you don't miss any of the action. Zambrero, feel-good mix.
At Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, meet the next generation of computing power, the new Intel Ultra processors. With AI and Windows Copilot, these computers have never been faster or smarter. For technology that's not just ahead of the curve, but bending the curve, talk to Geelong's experts in tech and discover how you can upgrade your world. Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds, proudly bringing you the future of computers, now.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Halftime thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate halftime beer made in Geelong. Thanks to Ren and Jess Blackman and all the team at Blackman's Brewery for their support of K-Rock football. I do like some of their wonderful little ales.
There's a Pivot City lager at home.
Or a local pale ale or a Mervyn pale ale.
The Greg.
And we're looking forward to having a Blackman's beer after the match. 3 venues, Grovedale. Fort grabs it out of the ruck, quick snap. Has he got the carry? Was it touched off the boot? It's the first. It kicked very, very wide. Caldu. Oh, big fly over the top. Just couldn't hang on to it. Yes, he's been paid the mark.
I think he'll be okay.
Go out and rub it for him, Buzz.
Very good, man.
Off the hands of the pack. Zelia handball. Williamson, quick turn, snap, goal. Too easy. Kick back to the wing. Giddings or Jennings. Giddings going to claim the market lead. 60 out from goal, right half forward. He'll send it long inside, forward 50. Giddings his target. Judge the fly to the ball best. Going to roll out the back and Riley Stone's going to stroll into goal. And he loves it too. Up at Broughton, they're inside forward 50, the Swans. Broughton on his non-preferred left. It's a floating ball. And Fort
gets around on the left, top of the square. Great kick to the man with 2 first names. There as well, Pepper kick around the corner. Back towards centre wing. Coming in. Good mark from the side.
Intended for Williamson, went straight up the chimney, but Jennings fisted it forward. Williamson, handball release, Edmonds forward, Edmonds snaps, Edmonds has gold. All's well that ends well for Leopold. He's called to play on. And he sends it long inside 50, under the footy pit. That wonderful defensive mark.
Take it. He got out of the pack though. Right foot kick, dangerous across half-back. That's a very good
corner's okay. Sam Scott, they're streaming forward. Is a kick on point. Hit coming across, couldn't mark. Found it at ground level. Handball release. He's Pup kicking a goal. Dribbling. Justin stepped past 2. Wrong-footed Kelly broke his ankles. And Edmonds coming out.
He wants to play on. Oh, the Fort goes with a kick inside 50. Needs Caldo to go up and take the mark!
Cunningham runs to the edge of the centre square, bangs it long. Jake Peters in the position. Driver! Jan, a kick onto the boot inside 50. Huggins one way, Pearce the other. Williamson's tackle effective. Pitt, a handball, and Billy Ritchie to win the flag for Leopold. Score at quarter time, that at Mount Moriac. We'll try and stay across the other couple of scores this afternoon, Newcombe and Queenscliff, and also this afternoon Drysdale and Anglesey at Mortimer Oval. Geelong and District this afternoon. Jace, round 1, some tight games.
Yes, there is. Thompson 37 lead Geelong West 7, North Geelong 48 lead Belpost Hill 26, Bannockburn 36 lead East Geelong 33, Inverleigh 45 lead Winchelsea 36, and Belmont 46 lead Werribee 24, and Anarchy 37 lead Corio 35.
That is a mood setter. That we use that phrase, and I use that term with both Mason Rhodes, the captain of Anarchy, and Joel Bennett, the coach of Corio, and said it'll set your season up. I reckon if the loser of that will go, gee, we've missed a trick just to start the season.
Joel Bennett's kicked 2 already this afternoon, and Justin Van Oonen, is that it?
Yes.
Yes, he's kicked 2 as well.
Who's kicked goals, he's kicked 1,000 goals in his career.
For fun, I think we say, don't we? For fun.
He does it for fun. Talent League earlier today, a 35-14 win for the Falcons girls over the GWV Rebels, and at 3/4 time in the boys, the Falcons 51 lead the Rebels 39. AFL, we'll have a look at the score there. Gold Coast and Adelaide, 12 minutes played in the third. The Suns 7-10-52 inaccurate. Adelaide 6-4-40, and it's tight in the VFL clash. Werribee now trailing. Maybe some breeze at Avalon Airport Oval. Hopefully the Tigers kicking with it in the last 8-6-54, trailing Footscray 8-9-57. We'll take another break from here at Elderslie Reserve. Thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate halftime beer made in Geelong. On the other side, we'll have a look at the head-to-head for Breakwater Middleland with Dowlow, and also some matchups he's keeping an eye on for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Grab a fast Twitch energy drink at Apco Cafe 24/7. Live, breathe, Carrot Football. Ford grabs it out of the ruck, quick snap. Has he got the carry? Was it touched off the boot? It's the first. It kicked very, very wide, Caldu. Oh, big fly over the top. Just couldn't hang on to it. Yes, he's been paid the mark.
I think he'll be okay.
Go out and rub it for him, Buzz.
Very good, Matt.
Off the hands of the pack, Feely, a handball. Williamson, quick turn, snap, goal, too easy. Kick back to the wing, Giddings or Jennings. Giddings going to claim the market lead. 60 out from goal, right half forward. He'll send it long inside, forward 50. Giddings his target. Judge the flight of the ball best. It's going to roll out the back and Riley Stone's going to stroll into goal, and he loves it too. Up at Broughton, they're inside forward 50, the Swans. Broughton on his non-preferred left. It's a floating ball, and Ford gets around on the left, top of the square. Great kick to the man with 2 first names. There as well, Pepper kick around the corner, back towards centre wing, coming in. Good mark from the side. Intended for Williamson, went straight up the chimney, but Jennings fisted it forward. Williamson, handball release, Edmonds forward, Edmonds snaps, Edmonds has gold. All's well that ends well for Leopold. He's called to play on, and he sends it long inside 50, under the footy pit, and a wonderful defensive mark.
Take it, he got out of the pack though, right foot kick, dangerous across half-back. That's a very good
corner's okay. Sam Scott, they're streaming forward. Is a kick on point. Hit coming across, couldn't mark. Found it at ground level. Handball release. He's Pup kicking a goal. Dribbling. Justin stepped past 2. Wrong-footed Kelly broke his ankles, and Edmonds coming out.
He wants to play on. Oh, the Fort goes with the kick inside 50. Needs Caldo to go up and take the mark.
Cunningham runs to the edge of the centre square, bangs it long. Jake Peters in the position. Driver! Jan, a kick onto the boot inside 50. Huggins one way, Pearce the other. Williamson's tackle effective. Pitt, a handball, and Billy Ritchie to win the flag for Leopold.
Locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds.
Since a bloke named Bill started cutting timber in a mill back in 1980, Barwon Timber's been the builder's best mate ever since. Whether you're stick framing or need prefab frames and trusses, Barwon Timber's got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Half-time thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate half-time beer made in Geelong. It is St Joey's 11-6-72. They lead Newtown 2-3-15 in the expert share. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. The Sporting Globe, eat Geelong, eat, drink, sport. Matt Dowling, it was a pretty comprehensive second quarter from the St Joseph's Football Club. They turned it on.
They did, absolutely. They started to really get a hold of their ball movement and challenge Newtown defensively, and they've obviously reaped the rewards from that, hitting the scoreboard multiple times.
And in terms of the head-to-head, thanks to Breakwater Meadowland Steel Projects Made Easy, we're looking at Kirsch, the very good Kirsch, not his old man, against Charlie Byrne. What's that look like at half-time?
Yeah, fairly even. I thought Byrne maybe had the wood on him in the first quarter, and then Liam really sort of started to take control as Joey started to get on top. So fairly similar in terms of disposals at half-time, but interested to see how they both come back out in the second half.
You Stevie J at half-time, what do you do with Newtown?
I think you've just got to keep, now that the scoreboard's sort of blown out a little bit, you have to keep challenging St Joey's, keep challenging them with the ball use, take it on, switch it out to the open side, make them defend. At the moment, they're just allowing them to make the ground small and really trap it in and sweat off the back of their turnovers. So I think Oscar Morrison's been really good. He's been fantastic for Joey's. And then I'd look to see if I was coaching Newtown, whether they change some people in different positions. Can they get Connor Foppiani more involved? Can they put him around the ball? Can they give some of the younger guys a bit bit more of a licence, switch them up and see what they can do. They obviously have to change something because the scoreboard's going to blow out if they keep it the same.
They're really falling down at half forward. That's it, because they're working pretty hard around the ball, aren't they? They're actually getting their hands on the ball from the contest. It's more about when they kick it to centre half forward. There's not much there.
Yeah, absolutely. Their contesting clearance work's been fantastic. Newtown, they've been on the top. But yeah, whether they can look to get some forwards a bit higher up the ground, and then they can try and have a different look at entering inside 50. I'm not too sure. No doubt Stevie will be all over that, but they certainly have to do something because at the moment it's just not working for them.
From a St Joey's perspective, it's probably expectation was that they were going to be like that, and they as King said, they put their foot down in the second quarter and played some good footy.
Yeah, they did. Obviously, there's going to be some improvement areas for them. Ron's no doubt going to challenge them to lift that play around the ball and around the contest, but it'll be business as usual for them with their ball movement, just trying to enhance that to the best of their ability.
They have some goal scoring ability, don't they? They have some tools. Peter Grant is not in the team, and they've got Joel Edwards and Oscar Morrison and Joey Chaplin. They've got some options down there, haven't they?
The exciting thing for Ron and the coaching department at St Joey's that they can go inside 50 and have confidence kicking it in there even without DeGrandy. So, it's a great opportunity for those guys to run and jump at the ball and try and catch a few. Can they find different looks going forward to goal in the second half? Well, that's what the challenge is going to be for them too.
And they've been able to. They've also been able to integrate some new players into the team. So Ward, Hose, McCoy, the three that have sort of been standout in the first half.
Yeah, and that's the really exciting thing for them. They're scoring, they're getting plenty of scoring opportunities, and then obviously those three new guys are having a real influence around how they move the ball and allowing them to have a few different structural changes as well.
All right, so half time at the moment. St Joey's 11-6-72. They lead Newtown at 2-3-15. And both teams back out on the ground. Umpires are out on the ground as well. Big crowd here, as we said. Only a couple of games in the GFL today. One tonight, Colac and Bell Park down at Australian Land Company Oval. It'll be nice and chilly in Colac tonight, I would suspect.
Once that sun goes down.
Yes. But
first half will be played in daylight. The second half will be in the dark.
Daylight saving tomorrow.
Correct. Extra hour sleep.
I might need that too tomorrow. That'll be good.
Falcons by 12 points against the GWB Rebels, 8-10 to 6-10.
I thought Kirsch was an assistant coach at the Falcons. That's what I thought. What's the deal? What's going on here?
No, I don't know.
Just pick and choose? Is that what he's doing? You won't be listening either, because I saw he was getting a beer and talking to somebody before, but you can't just pick and choose, can you? What's going on?
There's a Raleigh, there's a Riccardi.
Well, there's a few famous names in that team.
Did I see Noah Carosella with his hand in a cast?
Yes, you did. His left hand.
What's he done there? That's gone very quietly unreported.
Yes, well, you'll be right across that on K-Rock Football in the next 24 hours, I suspect. Nice little phone call.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we'll probably ask.
Yeah, we'll just ask somebody, will we?
We'll ask Jono after the game.
Yeah.
Speak to him.
Absolutely.
I hope they make it competitive in the second half. I don't want them to get blown out, because I don't know how Jono's going to be after the game.
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting. Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yes. Newtown are in position. Joeys are making their way into position. Hope you enjoyed that half time. Thanks to Blackman's. Oh, Pivots. Actually, I've got a couple of Pivot City lagers just in the office at work. I suspect I might just roll in there and pick them up on the way home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice of you.
Thank you to Blackman's. Very kind of them.
No, very kind of them. I've got some in the fridge at home. They might be getting a bit of a run later on.
Just getting an update about this player from Port Arlington. He's a new player to the club. I won't give his name out just because in case there's family who aren't aware of the situation. He suffered some spasms. He's in hospital, but should be okay under observation. So positive there. So thank you to that update is courtesy of Port Arlington President Steve Cogger, so we really do appreciate that. Looks like it's going to be positive. And the latest update from Torquay and Ammos, Geelong Amber to 62, Torquay 9.
You watch Kirsch try and claim that one too. You watch that. It's got nothing to do with you, Kirsch.
Third quarter action about to get underway for Barwon Timber. Geelong owned and operated, building better since 1980.
Just a bit of a change here. Charlie Burns going to half back for Newtown.
Thank you for that. So you were keeping an eye on him in the Breakwater Meadowland head-to-head, but we'll still keep an eye on his influence on the contest. To get us underway in this third quarter, here's Jace.
So back in the middle, McCoy gets it down for St Joey's, gets it towards Betson, who gets it away to Henderson, tries to switch the play to the opposite centre wing position and does. Liam Kershaw much better than his dad, goes short to Ward, takes the mark in the middle at every opportunity. We haven't seen Liam play that much actually.
I don't think we called him?
No, might not have called him. So the ball goes towards Morrison, but the wind just got that and put it over the top to Braden Hocking, who takes the mark for Newtown at half-back in front of the best seat in the house. Thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
Grab a fast twitch energy drink, kick to the wing, up with the one hand was Liam Betson, brought it down, didn't take the mark, got a handball up, so Cal Mitchell up the river, forced to spillage the tackle. Bove, a kick, a high, long spinning ball towards forward 50. Flying was Lazaro, got nowhere near it, and they've got numbers back there, St Joey's. Antonak gave it to Gow. Gow goes wide and finds Henderson, who took a nice Hamlin hanger contender in the second quarter. Nobody stands the mark, so he's got time to direct traffic and then send a kick wide to the Autumn Street wing. And I really like Hose. He looks a likely type, the youngster from Bannockburn. He goes short, and just as he does that, he almost kicks it into the waiting arms of Morey, who he gets his hand onto it to force a turnover. Here's a chance for the Towners. Handball fired forward. Lazaro breaks 50 from 45, gets under it a little, and he had going all alone to the goal square. Dodos, he has put him in the Burns unit at the Alfred and put it through for behind young Lazaro. His old man wouldn't have burned anybody. He would have just made sure he Dodos lace out. The first score of this third quarter belongs to Archie Lazaro and Newtown. They move to 2-4-16, trailing St Joseph's 11-6-72. The margin is 56 points.
So El Hickey plays on from full-back for St Joey's. Goes to centre half-back, McCoy. Kick off the ground. Around the corner was okay. St Joey's made it better too. McLaughlin in front, took the mark, chips the ball over the top, not 15. Mullen. His kick was smothered. Good play. Kapala needs some support, gets it from O'Dwyer. His handball over the top was partly chopped off, but in the end got to Burn from centre wing inside 50 with the kick. Foppiani takes the mark and will shoot for goal from 20 out on a 45-degree angle. And this could be a good start for the Towners in this third term.
Much better pressure there, that smother from Newtown, and then their ability to hit them quickly on transition allows them to go forward. One-on-ones, and Foppiani take a great contested mark.
So Connor Foppiani for a good start for the home side. As they trail at the moment by 56. He comes in, right foot kick. Oh, he has sprayed that. And through for another behind to the Eagles. They go to 2-5-17. And they trail St Joey's 11-6-72. That's on the Barwon Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
A couple of behinds for Connor Foppiani this afternoon as the skipper of Joey's, Al Hickey, brings the ball back into play. Short kick to Keelan Betson, who I've really liked the look of. He's going to be just a handy addition to the Joey's midfield. He's a real bull in there. Feigned a handball into the right back pocket, but decided to go across the face of his goal back to Alex Hickey. Hickey now will chip to Keelan Betson, who marks. 30 games with Grovedale before heading back to the Golden Valley. He's been with Marupna for the past 4 or 5 years. Pulls a kick to the wing. Cal Mitchell is his target. Has to fly over the top of Bove. Couldn't take the mark. Kershaw took it on the bounce, but then he runs into trouble with Ned Harris. They find themselves in a little pas de deux, and we will get a boundary throw in at true centre wing. Maybe just forward of for Newtown. Westies wing. Mark West, we think of him, of course, especially in the month of April coming up this year. 27 years since we lost the great number 3.
Boundary throw in short in the end, and no ruckman near that. Ball spills to Nash, who tumbles and kicks towards half forward, towards Dwyer, who gets the kick inside 50, punched away from behind by Dodos, was okay. He needs some support. Panisi's handball was okay. Lazaro off a step, 20 out directly in front goal. And better from Newtown. Archie Lazaro finishes the good work from up the ground, 3-5-23. Newtown, and they trail St Joey's 11-6-72. Barwon Timber K-Rock, a third quarter scoreboard. Barwon Timber Geelong owned and operated, building better since 1980.
Newtown did really well there before when St Joey's were exiting D50. Just their ability to be really strong in defence, squeeze the ground and force that stoppage outside of play. Just allows them to reset and then get their structure right to go forward under attack and then be composed to find those hands, and the shot from Lazaro features for the goal.
Can they build some momentum out of this? Dowlow's now the question. They get back-to-back goals, and that's obviously something they've lacked the ability to do this afternoon in the ruck contest. McCoy had 3 or 4 goes at, and then ended up winning the footy before Nash said, "Hey, you're going nowhere, Ed." And we'll get a ball up. Ed McCoy probably made a good decision, knowing that his former team's trailing by 9 goals at half-time. Well, approaching half-time, back in the middle. It's going to be a free kick going which way? A trip, and it's going to go to Keelan Betson. His game is just getting more impressive. He gives a handoff to Henderson. Henderson sends it wide. Kershaw will have to stretch over his shoulder to try and take the mark. Took it on the bounce in the end and then turned and kicked it straight to Hocking, who marks the Newtown in the right back pocket. Hocking across the face of his defensive goal, wanting Charlie Byrne. It's a well-weighted ball that under pressure he'll mark in front of Young Hose, and Byrne has got it just inside defensive 50. Under the scoreboard that shows Joey 72 leading Newtown 23.
Byrne feigns to kick long, kicks it short. Katsouris takes the mark. Just on defensive 50. Goes now with a right foot kick to centre wing. Just puts it up to the pack. Humphrey at the back for St Joey's. Ball spills free. A big pack develops and the umpire will come in and ball it up on centre wing, northern side of the ground. And we will have McCoy up against Wilkinson in ruck. Wilkinson gets it down to the advantage of Bove, and gets the kick around the corner at half forward. It's okay. And Dunn takes a mark inside 50 with the kick from behind. Oh, nearly a mark. Dodos couldn't take it. He gets some support though. Up forward, O'Dwyer put a good tackle on and holds it in there. Newtown will still be in attack. They're about 30 out from goal. We'll have a ball up.
I suspect the O'Dwyers will be listening in Noosa or watching the AFL Barwon live stream. Good afternoon to you guys. Will finding his way down here with the family connection last year. McCoy from behind winning the tap down for St Joey's towards the boundary line. Right back pocket, James Hickey cleans up. Has his kick partially smothered. It's taken by Ibbotson, who jams it on the boot inside forward 50. Wasn't a great kick. Humphrey was clean for Joey's. Gave a handball to Mitchell. Mitchell a high ball to half back and flying and taking a mark. It's Oscar Murdoch. First game back for him. Only senior appearance back in 2022 while on the Falcons list before becoming a Cat for a couple of years as a rookie in the number 31, back in the 15 here. Nobody stands the mark, so he steals a march and drives it long to the top of the square, and McCoy going back with the flight judged at best, and then quickly sees something on the out, and that's Kershaw, who's able to mark just inside defensive 50 for Joey's.
Really nice from McCoy being able to get back as the ruckman and intercept that ball.
Good confidence builder for him.
So Kershaw goes short. Keelan Betson has brought his own footy today. He has got his name on it. He goes towards Hose, big thump away. Hocking defensively on centre wing for Newtown. Sees it over the boundary line. And we will have a boundary throw in. Right on Westie's wing. Southern side of Jardine Oval. It's going to be Wilkinson up against McCoy. And if they've read this boundary umpire, it's going to be a pretty short boundary throw in. So McCoy gets to the front, got his hand to it. O'Dwyer's handball to himself in the end. He has to go and get it. He does for Newtown. Right foot kick towards half forward. Foppiani from 3 back. Can't get there. Ball spills free. Keelan Betson, handball over the top towards his brother. Now the handball back. Cooper Ward gets around a couple and goes wide to Kershaw, who kept his width nicely. Goes with a pass to Gower, goes up but coming across. And it was good by Charlie Byrne defensively again. And we will do it all again on centre wing with a boundary throw in. St Joey's 11-6-72 they lead. Newtown 3-5-23. And we played 8.5 in this third term Barwon Foods time clock.
Barwon Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road in North Geelong. McCoy tapped down by Wilkinson. Front of the pack, Keelan Betson's been in everything. Can't get a handball away. That'll be holding the ball. He did take on the tackler. He tried to fend off, and I can't see why he's turning around umpire Jones and saying, "Why have you pinged me for holding the ball?" He tried to bulldoze Keelan over the top of the tackler, and it didn't work out for you. Ned Harris with the resultant free kick for the Eagles. Kick towards half forward. Liam Betson the spoil. Clark off the back of the pack to O'Dwyer, a handball. James Hickey arches it back and takes them on and then bursts away. A long ball. Edwards will fly from behind. Actually had to play spoiler. Knocked it away from Katsaris, but only into the arms of Ned Harris. And then Hocking's kick bounced off the chest of a teammate, Nibbertson, who then finds himself wrapped up in a 2-man tackle, and that will be, give it to me, according to umpire Jones. That absolutely thudded into the chest of Ibbotson. It did come in at an awkward angle and an awkward height. It's like that in cricket in the slips. You want them either around your hip or above your shoulder, not the chest.
And from the ruck contest, goes out wide. The kick comes inside defence, inside forward 50 for Newtown, and that came from Morey. But now St Joey's have taken the mark and they're kicking across the face of their own goal and across the face of Newtown's goal to Henderson, who takes the mark and he chips it back towards centre half back. James Hickey, plenty of space for him. Switches the play again towards centre wing. And around the corner, they get it. Zach Knights gets it out to Hose at half forward. Bit of space, bit of time. He goes towards half forward. Terrible kick, really. Wasn't to the advantage of Joel Edwards and Braden Hocking. Easily took the mark at half back. He chips the ball. Panisi takes it in front of Knights. He tips the ball over the top. That's better. Popiani got to moving now. He goes long. And they've caught St Joey's out behind the ball. It's done well. Bove's taken the mark and will shoot for goal from 45 out slide angle.
How's he going to hold the footy here, Buzz, with that hand?
He's, as I mentioned, he's a brave lad, because that wouldn't be comfortable. I know Luke Maddock told us at quarter time he was in no pain, but it wouldn't be comfortable, that's for sure.
Without Braden Hocking out there, this result could be a distinct blowout. He's been comfortably their best player at Newtown.
Yeah, he's been really good. Much better ball movement there from Newtown.
So Bove, 45 out slide angle, will come in and kick a duster behind too. He's just pushed that to the left and through for a minor score. So they had a 3-6-24 Newtown. Charles St Joey's 11-6-72. Bowen Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard.
Joey's are actually scoreless through 11 minutes of this third quarter, so there's a minor win there for Newtown, but when you're playing from 57 behind at the half, you're always going to be pushing the proverbial uphill. Alex Hickey into the right back pocket for Joey's, runs and then sends a long ball, looking out there for Chaplin or back with the flight Clark. Neither could take a clean mark. It's off hands and out of bounds near the light tower at left half forward for Newtown. Autumn Street side of the ground, and they trail by 48, the home team. This is what they weren't expecting to happen. McCoy, favoured by the throw-in, wins the tap down, but Ned Harris hit it at pace, ran to 50, pulled the trigger on a long ball and kicked a wonderful goal. Ned Harris at pace onto the footy and then drilled it from outside 50 to give the Towners consecutive goals for the first time this afternoon. A Metricon goal of the day. Visit the Armstrong Creek display at Banksia Estate off Barham Hedge Road as they improve on the scoreboard to 4-6-30. They trail by 42. St Joseph's 11-6-72 thanks to Barwon Timber. And the expert share for the Sporting Globe is Dallo.
Lovely piece of work there from Ned Harris. Just as we've mentioned before, their ability around the contest today has been pretty good. You can see the forwards just dragging back a little bit to open up space in front of the stoppage. That's why when they can win that and then have the space to run and carry the ball and kick over that wall and hit goals, the scoreboard like that.
Just the 5 goals last year for Ned Harris from 17 starts.
Wilkinson gets it down. Lazaro wrapped up straight away by James Hickey. He's not going anywhere. And the umpire has asked for the ball back, and we'll have a secondary bounce in the middle of Jarden Oval. Goes to Bove, who couldn't quite get the kick away. Oh, James Hickey got wrapped up, and the umpire said play on. He got a high tackle there, and it goes towards half forward for Mullen. Kapala gets back there. He's handball quickly to over the top towards Rory Diamond. Now the ball, Morrison gets it back towards Zach Knights, who gets it out on the outboard to Mullen on the boundary line, 45 from goal, puts it at the top of the square, over the back of the pack. It's 2-on-2, it's a 3-on-2. Ward was there as well. Ball spills free. Newtown defence under pressure. Can they get it away? They can. Byrne went right, went left, back on his left, goes towards the boundary, out of trouble. Charlie Harris takes the mark in the back pocket.
He does. They held up well there, the Towners. Harris kicked to his brother Ned. Barely went 15, but the umpire pays a mark, just pretends it was in the backyard. Ned Harris with it. He goes short, back to his brother Charlie, who just rolled forward. They're still inside defensive 50, and this is their 5th possession. Then he goes short to Bove. And Bove, given the honour of wearing the number 9, worn in more than 230 games by the 3-time Matheson medalist Matt McMahon. Kick towards the outer wings, a high floater, done, back with the flight, just couldn't hang on to it next to the boundary line, and it's out of bounds off hands for a boundary throw in true centre wing. So Joey scores. They've played 14 and a half minutes on the Barwon Foods time clock in this third quarter, but they still lead 72-30.
So boundary throw in.
Win for the Falcons, 2-8-10-58 to the GWV Rebels, 7-11-53.
To the front of the pack. Morrison having a run on the ruck for St Joey's. Mullen, kick high towards half forward. Oh, that's a great mark. And play on that said James Gow, who took the mark and goes towards half forward with it, and centre half forward with the kick. It's going to run away from a couple. It's not going to run away from Henderson, who got the handball out, but he needs some support because he lost in the tackle through the middle. Well done. Iverson goes with a left foot kick to the middle of the ground. Might be okay. Betson has to make a bit of ground. He didn't get there quick enough. And the mark has been taken for Newtown by Madola, who goes towards half forward with a scrambly sort of kick. He might be okay. They've got the numbers there. Comes to Bove, who runs straight to the tackle. Whack! At centre half forward. He wasn't going anywhere. And the umpire will come in and ball it up.
I might have gone the early crow there. It looks like the Rebels have kicked a goal after the siren to win it. Oh, the clock had stopped. Well, the clock stopped, and now it's got them actually now 2 points in front. So anyway, 61-59 at the moment. Maybe it's not over. Apologies for those who thought the Falcons had won. We're back in the middle here at Elderslie Reserve. Antonak over the top. A tackle on Mitch Diamond. As the ball came out, the umpire blew the whistle and said, "Give it to me." So we think it's 61-59 the final score, but we'll get that clarified for you as we go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. Round 2 for the Falcons boys. Now from the ball up in the middle is a free kick, maybe for a hold. Going to Mullen. Mullen sends a kick wide to the lead of Edwards, coming out in front of Katsaris. Katsaris getting an opportunity with the catch, and there's a bit going on off the ball. Lazaro and also Mullen, and a 50-metre penalty. Lazaro for bringing Mullen to ground. We'll see Joel Edwards advance 50 metres. Just caught a little bit of that incident, but not all of it. Dowler, did you see what happened there?
He just nudged him in the back as he was running past him there, and he's just fallen over right in front of the umpire.
It wasn't a lot in it, King. He was just checking him on the way through.
Just don't give the umpire a reason to make a decision. Anyway, Joel Edwards has got 2 this afternoon. Remember, he spent a couple of years at North Shore. That seems like a lifetime ago. Back at Joey's last year. He kicked 25 goals from 17 games last year. And this for his 3rd this afternoon, and just to halt any momentum Newtown had. And 35 metres out, has pushed it to the right. So 2-2 for Joel Edwards this afternoon. First score of the 3rd quarter for Joey's, taking 17 minutes on the Balm Foods time clock. They're 11-7-73 Newtown at 4-6:30. Carrick.Live on a Saturday afternoon GFL opening round action.
Braden Hocking plays on from fullback for Newtown, goes to the northern side of the ground. Newtown with the numbers, ball spills free. They run past it though, they can't pick it up now, they can. Coburn got it away. His handball goes back towards Ned Harris, got slung on the tackle and got the handball away okay. Panisi picks it up and breaks free, goes forward of centre wing towards the towards Nash in the pocket, who chips the ball over the top, who's standing there in the goal square, Dotis, and he kicks the goal. So that was easy movement of football. Newtown, they got out the back and he kicks his 2nd of the afternoon, and some good signs there for Newtown. He kicks his 2nd and the 5th for Newtown. They go 5-6-36. They trail St Joey's 11-7-73. Bowen Timber K-Rock. 3rd quarter scoreboard. Geelong owned and operated Bowen Timber, building better since 1980.
It's when they've looked really good today, Newtown, and been able to score off the back of some quicker ball movements, and they'll find that mark, be able to release via hands, and it allows their forwards to lengthen out quickly and then get it out over the back and run into open goals.
66 apiece, Werribee and Footscray. 20 minutes played, so ticked into time on in the final quarter at Melbourne Avalon Airport Oval. Back in the middle. They can find another one here in Newtown before 3-quarter time and maybe give themselves a sneaky sniff at pulling one from the clouds. Harris on the burst after receiving from Nash. Kicks on his non-preferred left. Ned puts it out into space, into the left forward pocket. They'll get a stoppage. Wasn't the best kick on his non-preferred side, but they get another clearance out of the middle and we'll get a boundary throw in. A chance maybe to pull the margin back to around that 5-goal mark. Margin was as much as 57 at half-time. They've kicked 3 goals to none so far in this 3rd quarter, and a chance maybe to jag a 4th here.
Andrew throw in. McCoy gets it down to the front of the pack. Liam Betson's handball was okay to Cal Mitchell, but his was chopped off, and it will be a bit more work for the boundary umpire in the left forward pocket for the Towners. And another boundary throw in for McCoy again up against Dotis, who's kicked 2 of Newtown's goals this afternoon. Either get a tap at the ball, and Hose tried to keep in and did so for St Joey's. The kick was smothered around the corner. Mullen's hands, so Mitchell were pretty good. Missed Antonak though on the way through outside defensive 50, and Newtown hold it up at left half forward and will have a ball up.
Cryo 54, Anarchy 38 in the GDFNL. Central's 44, Belmont Lions 40, Inverleigh 47, Winchelsea 42, East Geelong 34, Bannockburn 44, Belpost Hill 26, North Geelong 62, West 20, Thompson 38. As Newtown go inside forward 50 again here at Elderslie Reserve. It's going to be repelled though by Cal Mitchell. A high floating ball that'll flirt with the boundary line. Morey flew, couldn't take the mark. Front of the pack, that might have been Hose just hacking it on the right boot for Joey's and finding Max McLaughlin marking on his chest in a one-on-one. That's a good strong grab for a Hamlin hanger, but there will be no play that they'll be able to get forward from here because the decision to handball to Liam Kershaw wasn't the smartest one. It might have been Rory Diamond, I reckon, getting a hand on that, knocking it out of bounds with a boundary throw in at true centre wing on the outer side.
So Foppiani having a run on the ruck for Newtown up against McCoy. And Foppiani gets a hand to it. Falls to the side of the pack and he also puts the tackle on as well. So good work by Connor Foppiani just to keep the ball in the contest there at left half forward. Ball spills free from the ruck contest. Goes to Mullen. Back end at half back. Goes towards centre wing. Oh, good mark, Joel Edwards. So he's renowned for, and he plays on quickly. That's not what he's renowned for. The kick in the middle. It might be okay in the end. Oh, can't pick it up, Hickey. Can he pick it up now? He gets wrapped up. He needs to get rid of the ball. The umpire says holding. And free kick Newtown. In fact, it was James Gow who got that. Oh, and he comes in indiscriminately too. Byrne at the back, gets it away to Mitch Diamond at half back, goes towards centre wing. No mark taken. Free kick against Clark. And it's going to come to Charlie Harris on Westie's wing for Newtown.
Charlie Harris playing this afternoon, game number 65, closing in on 50 goals in the red and black. Goes short to Alex Dunn. Still at true centre wing. Can they find another one? Maybe a couple before three-quarter time to have some real momentum going into the final change. He goes short to Mitch Diamond, and Craig and Lisa's future son-in-law sends it towards half forward, and the lead coming out and the mark taken by Coburn. And he'll go back, and he's turned his back on everybody here, Dowlow, and he's backing himself to have the distance.
It must be. You'd be wanting him to kick it down if you're the forward coach after he's turned his back, but we'll see. He's usually a pretty nice kick, Jed, so fingers crossed he can put it through.
Well, man on the mark is basically standing at the top of the 50-metre arc. So Coburn will have to kick it 55 plus, you would suspect. Breeze will favour for Goddings. Jed Coburn playing his 9th game debut. Round 10 last year versus Grovedale. Kicked 3 goals in his 8 games. Can he add a 4th to his career tally? He certainly can. And they get around him too. Nice finish from Jed Coburn from outside 50. Using the breeze and pulling the margin back to 31 points. It's a little bit more manageable as we approach three-quarter time for the Towners. Third quarter, K-Rock, Barwon Timber scoreboard. Geelong owned and operated, building better since 1980. It's St Joey's 11-7-73. Newtown, 4 consecutive goals. They moved to 6-6-42. Here's Dowlow.
It's 14 inside 50s to 4 this quarter in Newtown's favour. You can really see that. I think Steve Johnson's spoken to them at the half-time break around how they're using the ball by foot especially, looking to lower eyes, find the marks in between the arcs and then try and find a handball to go inside 50 with some speed.
Back in the middle. And Wilkinson gets it down for Newtown. James Hickey over the top of it. Just tunnels it through his legs, trying to get it back to Betson. Nice little St Joey's Newtown link. Jed Coburn goes out with Ben Clark's sister. So there you go. You like that one?
That is very good.
Nice. I like that one. You like that one? That's good. Ball in the middle. That's what happens when you have 18-year-old daughters. They know everything. Goes back to Zach Knight's handball. Over the top to himself in the end. Ball spills towards Mullen, who gets it out wide to Henderson. He'll be on the wrong side for a left footer. Getting across there, Archie Lazaro. He can't pick it up. Angus Humphrey over the top as well. He got one high. The umpire said, yes, please. And I'll take a free kick, says Gus Humphrey.
Just keep an eye on Ben Panisi. He was just in a bit of a fracas with James Hickey, and now he's just stretching out a calf. Maybe a cramp down there, Buzz.
Yeah, I think he's just a bit tight. Cam Wilkinson and Hickey were having a good little wrestle in the middle of the ground, but I think James quickly realised he was a bit outpointed.
Oh, it is well. That's super heavyweight versus sort of flyweight sort of arrangement, that. And his Knights with the footy. Didn't he ever wonderful 2024? Zach Knights, a long ball inside 50, flying with the one hand, but not marking was Chaplin. Front of the pack, Mitch Diamond, reefing a handball out of there was O'Dwyer. He finds Morey. Looks nice, Morey, with that left foot. That kick, though, not so good, although it's going to be cleaned up out the back by Mitchell, who gives a handball off to Liam Betson. Liam Betson from a standing start. A high ball went looking for his brother Keelan. Front position, keeping in front of him was Morey. And in the end, it spills out the ball, but not before the umpire said, give it to me, when Bove was wrapped up by Keelan Betson. And we'll get a ball up as we approach 25 minutes played on the Barwon Foods third quarter time clock.
McCoy gets it down in the ruck contest for St Joey's. Gets it towards half forward, but Newtown again resolute across half back. And it was Morey again, who was across the footy then. Gives it back to the umpire. McCoy pushed past it. Wilkinson got the ruck contest and got the kick away over the back. Mark taken, Zach Knights, and does well. Switches the ball. Dangerous. It's okay though across half back. Cal Mitchell takes the mark. Chips the ball into the middle. He's okay. And Zach Knights still with the footy. Chips the ball back to the half-back flank. Hickey's got it. Al, the skipper, he's going to go short. He's going to go further now towards centre wing with the kick. Sets it up for Kershaw. It goes up and takes a good mark. And he'll take it on centre wing in front of Charlie Harris. Back inside to Cooper Ward. In fact, it's Jack Mullen who takes the mark. St Joe's just building now, goes to centre half forward, or they both slip over there. Joel Edwards. And inside 50 for St Joe's. There's going to be a foot race now. O'Dwyer comes back there for Newtown to help out. His kick was smothered though. Keelan Betson 30 out from goal and has missed to the near side through for one behind opportunity there for the new recruit. They go to 11-8-74 St Joey's. Newtown 6-6-42 Barwon Timber K-Rock. A third quarter scoreboard.
That just cramped for Braden Hocking or something a bit worse, Buzz?
Yeah, just keeping an eye on him here. I'll give you an update. He's about to walk past me.
Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, he was just in that contest where the two players got under the flight of the footy and he landed awkwardly, and I don't know whether it's just cramped up or whether, as Mitch Diamond runs out of his defensive goal square, stops, props, and then gives a handball to Charlie Byrne just circling behind him. Byrne delivers wide, looking for Lazaro, couldn't mark, kept his feet, found the loose footy, a handball into the arms of Bove. Might have received that from Ibbotson. Kick to the wing and standing tall, strong mark over the top. Liam Betson, geez, he's good to watch. Hamlin Hanger contender as he goes over the top of Foppiani, bearing down from the front. Kick laterally to Mullen, who gets a little shove after marking from the very combative O'Dwyer. I do like watching Will O'Dwyer play.
He goes lateral again, and they get it. Ben Clark goes out wide to Kershaw at half back. Goes towards the middle of the ground, coming across. No mark taken. Or umpire could have been a free kick. St Joey's, they get the ball. Good kick, good movement, and they get it to Harry Smith at 50. He's got Edwards short. He doesn't want him. He's going to go long to the goal square. Getting back there, Newtown with the numbers, but the 1-on-2 was Chaplin, and he took the mark and will shoot for goal from 20 out directly in front.
Yeah, well, he's two he was against. One was Nash and one was Byrne, I think, Della, and that means height is the advantage for Chaplin.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Byrne still just had to impact that contest. 2v1 in Newtown's favour and just didn't come and impact at all. Allows them to take an easy mark inside 50 and a shot on goal directly in front.
So Chaplin, who's kicked one this afternoon, he's at the western end of the ground, and this for St Joey's first of this third term, close to siren time for three-quarter time. He comes in, right foot kick. Goal umpire says he's put that through. So number 2 for Joe Chaplin. They go 12-8-80 now. St Joey's, they lead Newtown 6-6-42. Barwon Timber K-Rock third quarter scoreboard. And in the expert chair, thanks to the Sporting Globe. The Sporting Globe Geelong, eat, drink, sport. Here's Dallo.
Liam Kershaw, one of our head-to-head match-up players, has been involved in both of the plays of the last two inside 50s of St Joey's. The first kick he did inside 50 was a flat bullet pass straight into the corridor. The second one didn't quite work as well. They still got it in a dangerous position, allows them to go forward from
straight through out of the corridor.
Port Arlington leads Barwon, heads by 2 points at half-time. Jeez. And they've actually kicked inaccurately. They're 6-10 to 7-2. Wow.
It is just cramped too for Braden Hocking, Kingy, Gennaro Bove and Persini as well, also getting work done on their calves.
Thank you for that. Good work by you, Buzz, down boundary side for Leopold Sporties. And I've got injury updates. Kick inside forward 50. Fopiani's gone behind the footy with Hocking off the ground for the moment. The ball is at right half forward. Kapala, they need to find a late one here. And they won't, because that is the siren. And that maybe that goal just late has put the pin in the bubble by Chaplin for Newtown. 6-6-42. They made their move after trailing by 57 at half-time. They got back to within 31 points when Coburn goaled at the 23-minute mark. However, they couldn't find another one to get under 5 goals. And a Chaplin goal just before three-quarter time might be enough to have seen the Towners off this afternoon. Joey's by 38 points. We'll take a break from here at Elderslie Reserve. Jarden Oval on a Saturday afternoon. Opening round action on the Fort grabs it out of the ruck, quick snap. Has he got the carry? Was it touched off the boot? It's the first. It kicked very, very wide, Caldu. Oh, big fly over the top. Just couldn't hang on to it. Yes, he's been paid the mark.
I think he'll be okay.
Go out and rub it for him, Buzz.
Very good, Matt.
Off the hands of the pack, Feely, a handball. Williamson, quick turn, snap, goal, too easy. Kick back to the wing, Giddings or Jennings. Giddings going to claim the market lead. 60 out from goal, right half forward. He'll send it long inside, forward 50. Giddings his target. Judge the flight of the ball best. Going to roll out the back and Riley Stone's going to stroll into goal, and he loves it too. Up at Broughton, they're inside forward 50, the Swans. Broughton on his non-preferred left. It's a floating ball, and Fort gets around on the left, top of the square. Oh. Great kick to the man with 2 first names. There as well, Pepper kick around the corner, back towards centre wing, coming in. Good mark from the side. Intended for Williamson, went straight up the chimney, but Jennings fisted it forward. Williamson, handball release, Edmonds forward, Edmonds snaps, Edmonds has gold. All's well that ends well for Leopold. He's called to play on, and he sends it long inside 50 under the footy pit. That wonderful defensive mark.
Take it. He got out of the pack though. Right foot kick, dangerous across half back. That's a very good
corner's okay. Sam Scott, they're streaming forward. Is a kick on point. Oh. Kick coming across, couldn't mark. Found it at ground level. Handball release. He's pumped kicking a goal. Dribbling. Justin stepped past 2. Wrong-footed Kelly broke his ankles, and Edmonds coming out.
He wants to play on. Oh, the Fort goes with the kick inside 50. Needs Caldo to go up and take the mark.
Cunningham runs to the edge of the centre square, bangs it long. Jake Peters in the position. Driver! Jam a kick onto the boot inside 50. Huggins one way, Pearce the other. Williamson's tackle effective. Pitt a handball, and Billy Ritchie to win the flag for Leopold.
Over 40 years in Geelong.
The Cats. They've been around a bit more than that, Bruce.
Oh, no. Kerr's higher.
What about the stats for the game?
Well, statistically, I shouldn't even be here. I've got a patio to pay.
Kerr's Hire, North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. kershire.com.au.
Get a...
Fort grabs it out of the ruck, quick snap. Has he got the carry? Was it touched off the boot? It's the first. It kicked very, very wide, Caldu. Oh, big fly over the top. Just couldn't hang on to it. Yes, he's been paid the mark.
I think he'll be okay.
Go out and rub it for him, Buzz.
Very good, Matt.
Off the hands of the pack, Feely, a handball. Williamson, quick turn, snap, goal, too easy. Kick back to the wing, Giddings or Jennings. Giddings going to claim the market lead. 60 out from goal, right half forward. He'll send it long inside, forward 50. Giddings his target. Judge the flight of the ball best. Going to roll out the back and Riley Stone's going to stroll into goal, and he loves it too. Up at Broughton, they're inside forward 50, the Swans. Broughton on his non-preferred left. It's a floating ball, and Fort
gets around on the left, top of the square. Great kick to the man with 2 first names. There as well, Pepper kick around the corner, back towards centre wing, coming in. Good mark from the side.
Intended for Williamson, went straight up the chimney, but Jennings fisted it forward. Williamson, handball release, Edmonds forward, Edmonds snaps, Edmonds has gold. All's well that ends well for Leopold. He's called to play on, And he sends it long inside 50, under the footy pit, and that wonderful defensive mark.
Take it. He got out of the pack though. Right foot kick, dangerous across half-back. That's a very good
Corner's okay. Sam Scott, they're streaming forward. Is a kick on point. Hit coming across, couldn't mark. Found it at ground level. Handball release. He's pumped. Kicking a goal. Dribbling. Justin stepped past two. Wrong-footed Kelly broke his ankles. And Edmonds coming out.
That wants to play on. The Fort goes with the kick inside 50. Needs Caldo to go up and take the mark.
Cunningham runs to the edge of the centre square, bangs it long. Jake Peters in the position. Driver! Jan, a kick onto the boot inside 50. Huggins one way, Pearce the other. Williamson's tackle effective. Pitt, a handball, and Billy Ritchie to win the flag for Leopold. Give the winner of the raffle.
I love it.
Let's go around the grounds. Talent League wise, under 18 girls, Geelong Falcons 5-5-35, Rebels 2-2-14. Talent League boys, Falcons 8-11-59. We think have lost by 2 points, 8-13-61 to the GWV Rebels. Unfortunately, Dallow Werribee fell by 4 points to Footscray. Unfurled the flag, the Tigers, but the Doggies got the chocolates 11-12-78 to 11-8-74. 19 minutes played almost in the Suns Adelaide clash on the Gold Coast, and it is 13-11-89 to 12-6-78. The Suns leading that one. GDFNL, please, Jason. We go around the grounds.
Yes, Geelong West Giants 45 lead, Thompson 38.
Yeah, there's a long way to go in that.
Yes, there is. North Geelong 64 lead, Bellpost till 26. East Geelong 44, Bannockburn 46. Inverleigh 49, Winch 42. Werribee 44, Belmont 40. Corio 60, Anarchy 52. So some close games in the opening round of the GD.
There are 4 games there that are 8 points or less.
Well,
actually, no, 5 games are 8 points or less.
We've become used to that in the GD in the last couple of years.
It's become a very even competition.
Yes.
Bellarine, the live scores are not updating, but we can tell you Port Arlington 46, lead Barwon Heads 44 at half-time at Howard Harmer Oval. So that's going to be an interesting one as we go down to Buzz Conway, just loitering around the St Joseph's huddle at the moment. Buzz, I suspect we'll try and get Ron Watt for a couple of words as we head into the final term.
Still doing his final address down here, just on that breeze as well. Very swirly, can't work it out. It's there are quite long stages where it's not making any effect at all, and then right at the moment it's very swirly and probably pulling to this broadcast side, if anything, rather than down to that bottom end.
Thank you for that, Buzz. Of course, ground report thanks to Goddings, Geelong's Kubota dealers, tractors, excavators, mowers and more. North Geelong's Victoria Street is where you will find them. Buzz is just making his way towards Ron Watt, and hopefully we'll be able to walk and talk with him as he comes off the ground. Down to you, Buzz, you've got Killer with you.
Ron, what was your final words to the boys there at three-quarter time?
Oh, well, we still want to try and stretch them a bit. They let us have plenty of the ball and we didn't use it anywhere near well enough. And also our pressure in the front half was probably lacking that quarter, which was evidenced in the stats and on the scoreboard.
Did they change anything up structurally in that quarter to get a little run on, or were you more focused on what your guys were or weren't doing?
I think they actually played a bit better than us that quarter. They used the ball a bit better and were a bit more aggressive with where they went with it. And I think we were probably trying to make a couple of moves that helped us wrestle the momentum back. But we'll see how we go this quarter. I think we've got a bit of a breeze, so it might help us a little bit.
Good luck.
Ron Watt with Josh Conway. We appreciate the access from the coach of St Joseph's. Be happy with his team leading by 38 points at three-quarter time. Big crowd has rolled out for this opening round clash.
Yes, the executive general manager of football, the Geelong Cats, was here. I saw him listening to Stevie J at three-quarter time.
Right.
Andrew Mackey,
who got a pay rise by having executive put in front of his title. Yes. That's probably not necessarily the case, but it just sounds really classy, doesn't
it? Very nice, yes.
Executive
general manager.
Players from rival clubs also here having a look today. I think I might have spied a couple from Geelong West. Here keeping a tab on things. Newtown next week, Bell Park, while St Joey's will actually have a week off and then play Easter Saturday and then have a 6-day break into Anzac Day playing South Barwon. So a bit of a disjointed start for St Joseph's, but more than happy to bring what is a round 15 clash forward. So these two teams are actually playing before they were meant to play here at Newtown. They were due to first play on King's birthday Sunday at St Joseph's, but the two clubs agreed to have this season opener, and it's been fantastic. As we start this final term for Zambrero, feel good, Max.
Boy, gets it down in the middle for St Joey's, but Nash tracked it back to Ned Harris. Across half back now. Katsaurus around the corner for Newtown. Goes towards half floor, centre wing. St Joey's, though, get it towards half forward. Hocking in front, couldn't take the mark for Newtown. Oh, Joel Edwards busted through, goes on the left foot. Terrible kick off the boot and falls in the arms of Oscar Murdoch, who's standing in the goal square for Newtown, as the goalkeeper, Peter Schmeichel, would be happy.
Oh, Peter Schmeichel.
Schmeichel.
Yeah, I was more a Bruce Grobbelaar fan.
Yeah, you're older than me.
What? Settle down. Please. The ball's at half forward as we digress, and the kick of Felix Henderson was not ideal for St Joey's, and it's chopped off inside defensive 50. Ball in the hands there of Katsaurus. A high ball to half back. Flying but not marking Morey. Ball came to ground level where Joey's have got numbers. The handball's been turned over. Foppiani went through the legs of O'Dwyer. His handball. Betson flicked it up to Hickey. So that was Al Hickey kicking forward and sending it towards centre half forward. Ball hit the front of the pack. Antonak, don't argue, and then a handball to Mullen, and then Mullen a handball inside 50. Missed Cooper Ward, but he had to lay a tackle, Ward, on Charlie Byrne, and we'll get a stoppage about 45 out from the St Joseph's goal. 80-42. This game is decided in terms of the 4 points. It's just about the margin now.
Some ball up, Wilkinson. Gets it down in front of Chaplin. Falls to the side of the back. Mitchie. Diamond gets it out. They go Newtown towards half back. Numbers with St Joey's, but doesn't sit for them well. And the ball sits for Dunn in the end. Handball, though, was loose. Nash had to put a tackle on. And back develops. And it will be a ball up in between wing and half forward. Northern side of the ground. St Joey's 12-8-80. Newtown 6-6-42. Dowlow's gone to sleep. 2 minutes played. Final turn.
Matt Dowling in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. We'll get to him in a moment. McCoy from behind won the tap. Knocked forward by Antonak, but only into the waiting arms of Bow for Newtown. Gave a handball to Charlie Harris. Gave it off to O'Dwyer, and O'Dwyer then drives it along to half forward. Mitchell plays spoiler from 4 deep and forces a crumb that opens the door for Gow. He tried to give it to Keelan Betson, who had a fumble. O'Dwyer dived on the loose footy. Gave a handball up to Bove, to Charlie Harris. Charlie Harris's handball on the bounce to Ned Harris, who under pressure scrambles a kick forward 15 metres. And here comes Al Hickey bursting out, the Joey's captain. But he has his kick smothered, and this is Benny Hill music sort of being cued here. Handball O'Dwyer to Charlie Harris. A high ball to half forward. Lazaro from behind in a one-on-one O'Dwyer. Ball off both their hands and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in at right half forward for the Towners. 2.5 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you in this final term of action. Joey's 80, Newtown 42 on the last day of daylight saving for 2025, or summer 24-25.
So a boundary throw-in. McCoy works his way to the front, takes it out of the ruck contest, gives the handball away. Keelan Betson kick around the corner. Was that a free kick for the throw, maybe, said the umpire? Yes, it was a throw. So it's going to come back to O'Dwyer. And have the ball 55 from goal. Short kick to Bove.
Based on that breeze just whipping up in the box here, this is far too far out for Gennaro Bove.
Yes, it's 55 from goal. So he puts it into the hot spot. He wanted a mark. He gets Morey around the corner, who gets a left foot kick and kicks the goal. So his first in his Newtown career. Logan Morey kicks his first goal, and Newtown get the first of the final term. It is 7-6-48 now, Newtown. St Joey's 12-8-80, and that's on the Zombrero K-Rock final quarter scoreboard. Zombrero, feel good mix.
Oh, yeah, felt good.
Oh, yes, we felt good. Here's Dallo.
Pressure from Newtown's been really good to start the quarter. They've just been coming at St Joey's anytime there's a loose ball. I think also just that build-up from Newtown to score, then a bit more of a slower play. They have to really just try and bide their time, keep moving as forwards. The worst thing you can do is just stay stagnant and allow defenders just to come back and fill the hole. They keep moving, they'll find a pocket that opens up, and they can take that and try and find a mark.
McCoy in the middle doing the ruck work and doing the roving as well and driving St Joseph's forward. The kick, though, is ideal. Thought it was a little bit skew-whiffed, but it's worked out okay for Antonak, and then chips one over the top, and McLaughlin is his target, and Maxey was strong in the hands against Charlie Byrne. You talked about that matchup a little bit earlier with Byrne and Kershaw, but a little bit of Byrne and McLaughlin time as well together, and this is going to be good for Max's development, Dallo.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been really good today in terms of being really lively. So Charlie will challenge him with his rebounding ability off half-back, but Max will challenge Charlie in the forward line.
The left-hand goalpost, I reckon, would be ideal based on what Buzz gave us earlier in terms of the breeze. McLaughlin, from about 45 metres out, does start at that position and sneaks it in the left-hand goalpost to kick his second of the afternoon. Nice finish from Max McLaughlin, and the margin pushes back out to 38 points. St Joey's moved to 13-8-86 on the final quarter. K-Rock Zambrero scoreboard. Newtown a 7-6-48. We've played 5 minutes in the final term.
Ed McCoy's been good.
Yeah.
His work in the ruck and his ability in that passage of play to be able to follow up his own ruck work and then deliver the ball inside 50 to a leading forward's pretty special from a ruckman. Leopold Sporty's player of the day is in the hands of Josh Conway. Schematic standout is all yours this afternoon, Dowlow, but I suspect Buzz is going to have a little tough call to make about the $100 voucher for Leopold Sporties.
So back to the middle. Wilkinson and McCoy. McCoy gets it down road by Ned Harris. Handball away to Bove. Gets the kick out wide towards Panisi, who traps it and gives it back to Charlie Harris. Short little kick over the top, missed the target. Comes back towards Bove again. He's wrapped up by Mullen. And the umpire will come in and ball it up just outside the centre square on centre wing, northern side of the ground. Big pack around this ball up. Wilkinson in front, got it down to Nash for Newtown. Goes inside 50. Oh, Mark Foppiani came third in line and took the mark. Wants to play on quickly. 50 out from goal. Just pops it up. Needs a mark. Dotis is there. Can't take it. Handball over the top. Missed it. Morey. He gets wrapped up as well defensively. Nash comes in. He straight lines it. Short little kick out. Handball back. Dotis off a step across the face of goal. And it might be out of bounds on the full. It is. So it was a free kick. We'll go to Cal Mitchell in the last line of defence for St Joseph's.
Just don't think that was quite the kick that was required from Foppiani there. He just needed to go back and be a little bit more patient in delivering the ball inside 50.
Short kick marked by Hose, who's been solid on his GFL senior debut. The youngster from Bannockburn. I know Ron Pilgrim, the GFL Country Tigers coach, a big rap for him. I'm happy that he's gone and had a crack under Ron Watt. Of course, Ron played a little bit of footy at Bannockburn late in his career. Playing a flag at Bannockburn?
Yes, he did. I'm sure he did.
Definitely, I reckon he definitely played in a twos flag. Ball on the wing, Kershaw for St Joseph's with it. Turns and kicks towards McLaughlin, who's been lively all afternoon. A performance that will impress, no doubt, Mark Corrigan, Geelong VFL coach. That kick, though, won't impress him. A little bit too much carry on it. Opens the door up for Hocking to take it on the bounce, although he's turned it over. Ward, handball a little bit too slick there for Oscar Morris, and now the clearing kick comes. Burn, a high ball, but he's put straight onto the chest of Kershaw. He says, I'm going to have a crack at this. Goes with a long ball to the left-hand goal post, behind post, I should say, and it's off hands and through for a minor score. Margin is 39. St Joseph's 13-9-87. Newtown 7-6-48. 8 minutes played on the final quarter. K-Rock Bowen Food score. Time clock.
So Charlie Harris with the kicking duties this time. Goes into the back pocket. They work it around to Murdoch. Still inside defensive 50. St Joseph's have defensively moved across, and he just has to go down the line towards McCoy. Goes up, and his second effort again was good. Got it to the front. McLaughlin wrapped up by Ned Harris. He's not going anywhere. We're going to have a ball up in between wing and half forward, southern side of the ground.
And the pickle juice is getting a real workout down here at the town bench as well, Jace.
It would be. Two ruckmen compete. That's off fist. Usually that can be out in the full from that situation, but it actually bounced inside the field of play, and we'll have a boundary throw in. It would have been hard to determine whose fist it actually came off. The two ruckmen had equal parts of it. It'll be hurled into play right half forward. St Joseph's in attack, and as it's hurled back into play, that is a straight up the shot tower boundary throw. It's going to land at the feet of the ruck. Wilkinson was first there, he couldn't take it. James Hickey's been good today, but Ned Harris right on his hammer. Ball spilled out in the tackle. Gow, O'Dwyer. It's going to be a free kick for a push going which way? Going to St Joseph's. It's going to come back to Gow against O'Dwyer, who probably hasn't had the rub of the green that he was hoping for from the men in line. James Gow has it true centre wing. Concedes some ground back to the point of the square at right half back, and Liam Betson marks. Betson goes laterally to Hose. He's just retreats off the mark and then now called to play on. Drives a kick towards right half forward and at the back, well judged over the top of Coburn. The mark taken there by Jolo Dwyer, who'll have a 50th game to remember.
So Dwyer, back to whence we came about 2 minutes ago. He goes into forward 50. Coming out, no mark taken. Newtown Morrison, a little bit of a sidestep. 55 from goal. Goes to the goal square, over the head of Hocking in the end, and through for one behind. He didn't miss it by much in the end, Oscar Morrison. 3 goals, 3, his personal tally. 13-10-88 St Joey's. Newtown 7-6-48. Zombrero, K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, Zombrero, feel good mix. Right back pocket, Charlie Harris sends it to half-back, goes through the hands of Rory Diamond. Foppiani out the back, though, to clean up for the Towners. A handball inboard, dumped in the tackle and brought to ground is Jet Madola. Found out he's playing a GFL senior game with that tackle bringing him to ground. We'll get a ball out. Haven't caught a huge amount of young Jet. League under-18 best and fairest in the AFL Barwon Division 1 competition last year. Tapped down by McCoy, roving by O'Dwyer, but his kick didn't clear the contest and it was taken by Ward for Joey's high ball. Back with the flight, good effort by Ned Harris. It's off hands and will roll to the boundary line. Harris will get to his feet now. Gets a pat on the back from teammates for the courage shown, and we'll have it hurled back into play at the light tower at left hard forward for St Joey's. They lead 13-10-88, Newtown 7-6-48, and this game has certainly lost all its lustre with the margin very much comfortably in the way of the men from Drew Oval.
Boundary throw in. McCoy got it behind him. And the ball spills free. Bove wrapped up at 50. And the umpire said sling tackle, free kick. Gennaro's going to get one. And he'll go out wide. Charlie Harris takes the mark at half back, goes through centre wing, drills the pass. It's okay. Dotis over the top, short little kick. Panisi takes it. Still at half forward, now goes towards forward 50. It's okay with the kick wide. Charlie Harris followed up, plays on now. So get back on his right, he goes high towards the top of the square. Coburn can't take the mark. Cal Mitchell wrapped up, did well. The umpire said he's out of bounds. And the tackle came from Ned Harris. And there's a few sore boys out there at the moment now. Harry Smith, bit of cramp. Pickle juice working overtime for both teams.
Joey's probably won't be upset that they've got next week off.
Yeah.
Before having to go down the lawn. Stribbling reserve for the Easter Saturday special. We'll be there, carrickfootball.live from 1 o'clock on Easter Saturday from the ruck contest, a roving done by O'Dwyer. Handball to Bove. Bove flying shot at goal, and it carried the line and pulls the margin back to 34. And maybe some life in this contest. They'd have to find another couple quickly. But that one into the breeze, a rare one today. There hasn't been many kicked to the western end of the ground. And just in fact the 5 goals for the afternoon. Make that the 6th of the afternoon. Kick to that end of the ground to St Joey's. 13-10-88 lead Newtown. 8-6-54 in the final quarter. K-Rock, Zombrero scoreboard. Zombrero, feel good mix, Dowler.
It's a good bit of forward pressure there from Ned Harris, who was able to lock that ball inside 50 for Newtown and force the stoppage. Doing that's just going to give them added opportunities to score.
So we've had 21 goals this afternoon. 15 of them have been kicked to the Minerva Road end of the ground.
Back to the middle. Morrison having a run on the ruck with McCoy off the ground against Foppiani. And Foppiani put on a big tackle, and just be careful. He really clashed heads with James Hickey, told him all about it as well. And Connor's got a bit of a problem with the hamstring too. There might be a bit of cramp. Nash goes up on the ruck against Morrison in the end. And we're having a third bounce in the middle of Jardon Oval. Foppiani and Morrison. Morrison takes out the ruck contest and gets tackled. Ball spills free for Mullen. McLaughlin runs past him and runs to half forward, goes inside 50 with the kick at the back. It Hose. He's wrapped up. The umpire said play on. Ball spills free. Chaplin's in there as well. He just drags the ball out. And he hits the post. Literally went in there, reefed the ball out of the contest, and then turned around the corner and kicked it into the goalpost. So 2 goals, 1 his tally. 13-11-89 St Joey's. Newtown 8-6-54 Zombrero. K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Hocking with the kick in duties has been ever reliable as always this afternoon. He'll trot off his full measure and then he'll drive a kick to half back and put it onto the chest of Byrne. Or is it Morey? It's Morey, I should say. Morey will kick looking for Foppiani. Had too much on it. The ball will roll out the back to James Hickey for Joes. Gives it to his brother Al. Al Hickey a handball to Cal Mitchell, who just couldn't find it at his feet. It opened the door for Nash to lay a tackle, but Al Hickey came back to help out. Received the handball and then kicked to the wing. McLaughlin shielding his eyes from the sun. Couldn't take the mark. He had a little fumble, but the fumble was effective because it worked out that Humphrey will come in and clean up. Over the top mark dropped by Edwards, but a chance to take the footy. He got a handball away just to McLaughlin. McLaughlin gets a handball away, tight in the right forward pocket. Hose, not a bad effort on the goal line. It's touched through. A couple of flying Newtown defenders get hands to it. That was a good effort from Hose, but behind in the end for St Joseph's, and the margin is 36. 13-12-90. Newtown 8-6-54. 15 and a half minutes played on the Barwon Foods time clock.
So Hocking again from fullback for the Eagles. Goes into the back pocket. Charlie Byrne takes the mark.
Suns 13-13-91, defeat Adelaide 14-6-90 by 1.
Wow. So down the line with the kick for Newtown. And Foppiani across there through the middle. Murdoch does well. Gets it away to Ned Harris. Breaks free on centre wing. Goes to the middle of the ground to squeeze it, and did. They go out now. Madola, can he pick it up? That's the problem. He can't. He can. Kershaw there. O'Dwyer in support for Newtown. They've got the numbers. They can get the ball out. They can't. Kershaw put the tackle on. Ball spills free again now. Madola still followed up. 35 from goal and miss. And through for one behind to Newtown. They go 8-56. They trail St Joey's 13-12. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8-7-55. Newtown. St Joey's 13-12-90. Zombrero, K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard.
So at the moment, Newtown have actually outscored St Joey's by 22 points in this second half. So some positive signs to take away from Steve Johnson as Al Hickey's short kicking is marked in the right back pocket by Henderson. We've got two long sleevers this afternoon. Felix Henderson and Gus Humphrey. Henderson, that left boot, just off a couple of steps. A high ball. Players shield their eyes from the sun. Flying but not marking was Edwards. Off the pack, Bove. Lost it in a tackle. Chance here from Mullen through traffic. Had a fresh area as he went to kick. Good pressure from Katsaris. And then good tackle laid by Bove. Real chicken wing effort on Keelan Betson, brings him to ground, and we'll get a ball up. It's not easy to get Keelan Betson to ground. Bove did well there, and we'll get a ball up with Morrison and Nash doing the ruck work. An unlikely combination. Morrison, a beautiful tap down to Betson, who just barreled it out of there, and he was dealt with after he got rid of the ball, and it'll be downfield against O'Dwyer, who hasn't had much of an afternoon when it comes to the men with the whistles.
So the ball has been transferred with the free kick. Joel Edwards has the footy at right half forward for St Joey's. He goes with a short little kick. It's the skipper. Well, he thought about the handball back to Edwards, but just holds it up. So 65 from goal. Hickey called to play on. Goes to the top of the square with the kick. Needs somebody to put a hand up. Chaplin put it up, couldn't take the mark. Gow tried to ride the bump and then dropped the footy. I think should get a free kick against him and will.
That's a great tackle.
They play on quickly. Go to Charlie Harris, 55 from goal. Newtown just holding it up. Watch the kick to at the moment. He's got Coburn. He's got Dotis running for him now. Cal Mitchell read at the back on centre wing. It was always going to be Cal Mitchell's footy, and he takes it.
Concede some ground to Liam Betson. I just want to go back. It was a great tackle by Panisi to wrap up Gow, youngster on debut against a very experienced James Gow. Stuck the tackle nicely. Cal Mitchell, or rather Al Hickey, transfers the ball to Henderson. Henderson's kick is very, very wide. Sets a task out there for Chaplin. Morey, the Yarrawonga recruit, handball over his head, but straight into the waiting arms of Henderson, who hit it on the burst, and then a kick inside 50 and under pressure. Taking a really good mark on the chest is Gow. He quickly gets up, sends a long high ball to the square, back with the flight, the mark taken, and it'll be Oscar Morrison taking the Hamlin hanger. Back with the flight, front on contact coming, and he will go back and have a shot and look to kick his fourth of the afternoon. He likes playing against Newtown, does Oscar Morrison. He kicked 5 against them last year in round 4, and he'll look for his fourth here to go with a Hamlin hanger contender as well. Acute angle, he steps out, straightens himself up, and has kicked his fourth of the afternoon. And if there was any doubt about this result, it is now well and truly put to bed. 19 and a half minutes played in this final quarter. St Joseph's moved to 14-12-96. Newtown 8-7-55 final quarter action. Thanks to Zambrero. Zambrero, feel good Mex in the expert's chair for the Sporting Globe. Here's Dallo.
Yeah, just Morey over on that far wing over there when he handballed the ball up in the air and tried to do it to himself. They're the ones that you almost don't want to just hold the ball in. If you get done holding the ball, at least it's going to give your teammates a chance to get back and give coverage defensively. Just coughed it up and they were able to go forward with some good speed and catch them off guard there, St Joey's.
Back to the middle. McCoy just straight back on the ground. He's going to be up against Connor Foppiani.
Richmond and the Lions underway at the MCG. No score yet.
McCoy goes up, gets it down. James Hickey and Betson basically got the same footing and couldn't take it. Bove comes in and he gets held up by James Hickey, so we'll have another ball up in the middle. Foppiani gets it down this time. Betson got around a couple and then dropped the footy in the tackle. Should be a free kick. Newtown should take it, and they will. Once the ball comes back to Connor Foppiani. So Foppiani plays on, kicks it inside 50, punched away by Humphrey, and then puts the tackle on Ibbotson. He's not going anywhere. 50 out from the Newtown goal. We're going to have a ball up.
21 minutes played on the Bowen Foods time clock. Final quarter action. Tapped down by McCoy. He's had an impressive debut. James Hickey got shoved in the back from O'Dwyer. That's another free kick again. So look forward to seeing the Premier Data stats for the free kicks against Will O'Dwyer, who's just found himself under the gaze of the umpires this afternoon. Hickey with the footy finds himself sending it towards McCoy. Just a little bit too much on the kick though. And it's marked by Braden Hocking, who's had an impressive afternoon again. He sends it to O'Dwyer, who then puts a kick wide. Can they hit him on the counter here? So he goes wide and finds Panisi. He's got it at 50 from goal. Panisi just sets it up. Lazaro his target. Spoil came from Henderson. Done off the hands of the pack. O'Dwyer fumbling opportune time. So then socked the ball into the path of Charlie Harris. Wanted his right boot, but had to go back with the right handball to O'Dwyer, who conceded to Bove. 65 from goal. Sets it up. Looking for Dodos through his hands and the hands of Natchez also. And now a clearing kick comes from Zach Knights for Joey's wide. Looking for the Ginger Ninja Ward, and he finds it.
He goes now towards centre wing with the kick. It's a one-on-one. Chaplin couldn't take the mark. Coburn against him. He's wrapped up by Chaplin. And the umpire says, it'll be mine. He's going to pull it up on centre wing northern side.
Ocean Grove 80 lead. Model Warrior 56 at three-quarter time. The Warriors though to kick with the breeze in the last.
Ford gets it from the ruck contest towards centre half forward. Joel Edwards got the ball away. Hickey runs past. He goes long with the kick. Got to sit at the back. Oh, if you don't mind, a bit of play from Gow. Beautiful over the top of Chaplin. He kicks to the easiest of goals. His third of the afternoon. And that is the 15th for St Joey's. 15-12-102. They lead Newtown 8-7-55. Zombrero, K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard. Zombrero, feel good Max.
They're just going to run out of legs here in Newtown and be overrun, obviously, but still some positive signs coming for the team and for Steve Johnson in this second half. They've just looked a lot better with their ball movement, their ability to lower eyes, find some targets and chip around and try and spread St Joey's defence. Big change from the first half where they were just kicking it long down the line.
Matt Dowling in the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. Joey Chaplin played 12 games in his first season with Joey's in 2023 before heading west. He only kicked 3 goals that year. He's kicked 3 in opening round of 2025. McCoy went early in the ruck against Foppiani. Umpire didn't see anything wrong with that. Picking up the footy and dragged the ground. Not for the first time today.
What about Arthur Fack giving us some updates? Hey, Arthur.
Arthur.
He's a funny man, I'll tell you.
Grounds.
Around the grounds.
Yeah, McCoy winning the tap down. Bang long by Ward. He got really good purchase on that. Gow, who's gone forward for the moment, trapped it nicely. Then he might have got front on contact from Coburn. Umpire didn't see it that way. Handball out Kapala was good. Charlie Byrne on his preferred left. To a one-on-one. Panisi will have to play from behind and won't get anywhere near Harry Smith, who has taken the mark. Smith kicking side forward, 50 to the lead of Morrison. Too much on it. Here's Gow trying to keep it alive in the right forward pocket. Snap over his left shoulder. It was always going to be too tight. He put it out of bounds on the full. And we'll get a free kick for Newtown next to the Right hand behind post.
Buzz, just keep an eye on Archie Lazaro in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, I reckon he's caught one right to the solar plexus, Jace, at that first stoppage. Cam Wilkinson, I think, is also done for the day for Newtown. He's got a bit of a sore quad. Don't think he'll be coming back on.
All right, thanks. Injury updates. Thanks to St John of God. Ball is 50 out from the Joey's goal, and they're putting pressure on as well. And Zach Knight sees it over the boundary line against Charlie Harris, and we'll have a throw in 50 around from St Joseph's goal.
Been really aggressive in their defence of the ground from their forward halves and Joey's all day. Made it really hard for Newtown to exit D50.
Boundary throw in. Foppiani doing the work there against McCoy. Good roving Panisi gave a handball to Nash. Caught one high, surely from Knights. And that'll be a free kick to Liam Nash. Great to see him injury-free after a battling 2024 where he was limited just to 6 games. His kick there was a bit ordinary, and that was like a bloke who hadn't played a lot of footy lately, because he's kicked it straight into the waiting arms of Edwards. He's then put a helicopter into the left forward pocket, asked a lot of Morrison to fly and mark. It's spoiled away and knocked out of bounds, and we'll get a boundary throw in the left forward pocket. 25 and a half played. Can't be much left in this one. I think both coaches will be happy for the siren to sound on this and get out of it relatively injury-free. Gennaro Bove will be a watch with that hand, you would suspect, for St John of God for the Towners. It's hurled back into play. Left forward pocket from behind Foppiani. Nash trying to soccer it. Hands on the up from Bove were good to Mitch Diamond. Mitch Diamond for the Towners sends it wide. Dodos trying to reel it in with the one hand under pressure, and Mo Dwyer can't. Tough hands and out of bounds, and we'll get it thrown in just forward of the wing. Favouring St Joey's out of sight of the ground. 26 played. Newtown 55. St Joseph's 102. The Towners to face Bell Park back here at Jarden Oval next Saturday. A week off for Joey's, and then we're setting the GPS for Stribling Reserve in Lawn for the first ever GFL match played on a Colac District ground.
Yes, let's hope the van makes it. McCoy, he gets it down and close to the boundary line. Boves there. McCoy tried to tap it on. He did. The chimney. Antoinette couldn't take it. Ball spills to Panisi, and there's a free kick. It's play on advantage. Panisi had stopped, but then he gets it away. Charlie Byrne right in the middle of Jarden Oval goes towards half forward with the kick. Joey's get back there. Oh, the handball though chopped off through the middle. Ibbotson, can he pick it up though? That's the thing. He can't. He does now. He shuffles it out just outside 54 Newtown. The umpire's going to come in and ball it up, and let's just ring siren time really now. We're all done here. And Eldersley. Ball up. The umpire. McCoy trying to tap it down. Ned Harris broke free. Goes with a right foot kick inside 50. Dotus from behind. Yes. Green shoots for him, I think. He looks okay, this kid.
Yep.
And he will shoot for goal from 20 out directly in front. A chance for Newtown's 9th. This is his 3rd, so not a bad output from the new full forward for Newtown. He comes in and kicks the goal. St Joey's weren't too happy with it, but it's through. So he kicks his 3rd. 9-7-61 Newtown. Charles St Joey 15-12 102. Zambrero K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard. Zambrero Feel Good Max in the experts chair thanks to the Sporting Globe. Sporting Globe Geelong Eat, Drink, Sport. Here's Dowlow.
It looks really good when you're able to break out of the clearance and look up and find him one-on-one inside 50. Gives Newtown a fair bit of confidence to be able to drive the ball along. I think beforehand, when the burn kick was just a little chip kick, that's his area of improvement where he's got to keep driving his legs and be able to kick it with a bit more penetration inside 50.
There's signs there that are really positive. They're better than the bottom third of the ladder. Whether they're going to be able to match it with the top third of the ladder is the question. It's probably in the mid-third that they're going to sit in, and it's getting those wins that's going to be important for them throughout the year. McCoy, Foppiani. Foppiani went in the tap that time, and Bove is going to pounce on the loose ball. He'll send a left foot kick inside forward 50. Dodos again coming out on the lead and taking the mark. Probably too far out to score into maybe the breeze, so he goes short with a kick into the left forward pocket, and that's a well-weighted kick. It's marked by the first gamer, Madola. Wouldn't be nice for the first gamer to finish with a goal. Jet Madola taking out last year's under-18 league best and fairest. He'll kick from the left forward pocket. Not the most acute of angles. He'll have to start at right-hand goal post and breeze hopefully do the work. He'll just swing out a little bit, and that's what he'll do. He'll start at right-hand goal post, and he'll finish it nicely. That's a nice finish from the debutant, Jet Madola. And pulls the margin back to a fairly respectable 35 points, remembering that at half-time the margin was 57. So they have battled it out well, the Towners, after the game slipped away from them in the second quarter. 15-12, 102 St Joseph. Newtown advanced to 10-7, 67 on the final quarter. K-Rock Zambrero scoreboard. Zambrero, feel good Max.
That's your next wave of Newtown there. Straight out of the stoppage, Gennaro Bove looks up, spots up Dotis, and then he turns around and hits up Madola, who finishes a nice passage of play.
So back to the middle. 30 played in this final term. Bowen Foods time clock. Bowen Foods sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
Wish they were open.
Oysters
Wish they were open at 5:30 on a Saturday.
Ball.
Be going straight there, bang down Minerva Road.
Free kick in the middle to Ed McCoy. And he goes with the kick towards half forward. St Joey's can't get away from the Bove tackle. He just inside forward 50 for the visitors. Joel Edwards coming out of pace there, got wrapped up straight away. So now Foppiani and McCoy. Let's get a hand to it. Joel Edwards handball towards Birch, who had to blind to. The umpires found a free kick. And Joel Edwards is going to take the free kick. Connor Foppiani can't believe it.
Gee, the way the umpire raced in there, I thought he was going into maybe make a booking or something. And not a genuine reservation, I mean. Not
for two at the Sporting Globe. So Joel Edwards has got the footy free kick, 50 from goal. He's hit 2 this afternoon on as the siren sounds. So Newtown will be 10-7, 67, and he's gone with the worst looking torpedo punt I've ever seen in my life. And that is it. So St Joey's 15-12, 102 have defeated Newtown 10-7, 67.
7 consecutive wins for St Joey's over their Autumn Street rivals. And they have done it pretty comfortably in the end. After a first quarter arm wrestle, they blew it apart with an 8-1 second quarter, and that was really the contest done and dusted. Final quarter with St Joey's kicking 3 goals, Newtown kicking 4, but there was really not much they could do from half-time onwards other than add some respectability to the scoreboard. There's some positive signs for the Towners, but St Joseph's, well, they continue their unbeaten streak in home and away games, make that 19 on the trot after going 18-0 last year. Let's just not talk about what happened on second semi and preliminary final day, but they're looking to rectify that in season 2025. Josh Conway is down boundary side. He'll head towards one of the victorious St Joseph's players, no doubt, follow the teams to the rooms. We'll speak with both the coaches and also our Leopold Sporties